This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Okay, here we go. So far, a perfect score, Brian. You are crushing this.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. All right. Final one here. We've got a red stag. Red stag. Is that a big old, like, deer kind of thing? It's like a deer with big old antlers, Virginia.
Okay.
And it's a red one.
Red stag.
Yes.
So he's a ginger.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
All right, let's get into this.
A red stag.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sounds like he's stoned.
Or can't poo.
That's tough. I don't know what it's like for them going to the bathroom, but you're right. That definitely sounds like he's struggling through something.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think? Is that Denny's or Animal on that?
Yeah, that's Denny.
Gonna go with Denny's? Why, yes.
Yay!
That is Denny's. That is actually Denny's struggling to go to the bathroom.
Denny, is you okay back
I
there?
think you can do the first one because that was impressive.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Call so you spaz. And he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Good morning, hello, and welcome to the Wednesday KVJ show. It's good to see everybody. We got the bird back today.
Yes,
Yeah.
welcome back, Bird.
It's good to be back. I miss y'all.
How's Chewy?
He's doing better today. He's still, he's still struggling a little bit, but he's doing much better today.
Did you get a medical update?
Yes.
What did they have to say?
So he has that doggy vertigo. You see it a lot in old dogs. He had a bout with it like 6 weeks ago, and then he the same thing kind of happened again on yesterday morning. So they say it does happen. It can reoccur, but if it keeps on happening, we would have to get a brain scan or a CAT scan.
Sounds cheap.
It's not cheap. It's a minimum, from what I understand, a minimum of $2,000.
Oh my God.
And they may just tell you that he just has that old dog's disease with the vertigo.
Right. And then there's nothing you can do.
They do say, though, if he continues to keep doing this, then there's something else going on. But I got his eyes checked, and he's pretty much 100% blind. He's got glaucoma due to his diabetes.
Okay.
That happens with dogs. So he's got some struggles, but he's still doing it. He's still rocking.
Okay. All right. Still making it happen, huh?
He is.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good news to have him hopefully on the mends.
Down in weight, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, he lost some weight. That was the one good thing the doctor said. My man's
Okay.
in the 40-something range now.
How's his owner doing with his weight?
This is about Chewy right now.
Okay.
This is about Chewy.
All right. Just checking. I know the clock is ticking to that wedding.
Someone said something to me, though, because it was a full moon. It was full moon yesterday, right?
Yes.
Have you ever
That's
heard...
why I was sending you all those butt pictures.
But have you ever heard something where there's a correlation of people getting terrible vertigo with the moon because there's all kind of balance?
Sounds legit.
Some people are saying maybe that's why Chewy got some bad vertigo because of the moon.
Oh.
Possibly.
I don't know.
You know.
I have no idea.
What any of us know?
They could be trolling me.
Yeah. Well, the bird is back. You can check it out. We got the KVJ TV up and cranking. If you got a flat screen TV in your house and you can get onto YouTube, then you can just watch the KVJ show every single weekday morning. We come on at 6 a.m. You can also watch us on demand on that YouTube app, but we're there right now for you.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day, I'll tell you a little bit about Corey Feldman. It looks like he's naming names. That special came out, and he did indeed name the people that he believes took advantage of his friend Corey Haim.
You guys didn't talk about this yesterday?
No, I didn't have a lot of the details yesterday.
Oh, drama galore at that premiere.
I can't wait to hear it.
I did, yeah. I saw some of the Twitter rants that were going on.
Yeah, some people think that there's a clip of him, and a lot of people are calling it bad acting.
They don't think he's telling the truth?
They think the documentary's truthful. They think that it was a stunt to get more attention during the documentary, that it got crashed and
Or just
hacked.
say, I saw somebody get hacked. No, it didn't get hacked. Yeah.
Well, the names he named, are those true?
So I don't think you can prove the Charlie Sheen thing because Corey Haim's not here.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I mean, I'm kind of jumping all over your dirt. I've been off the air for a day. I might want to just calm down.
Well, I'll tell you the names that Corey Feldman named coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, though, poor Selena Gomez. Here she is, I guess, talking about how she believes she's going to be alone forever. Damn, Gomez.
This isn't the end all be all. I'm still a baby. I got a lot to figure out, but I do know, I believe. Some days when I wake up and I'm annoyed and I'm like, I'm gonna be alone forever. But after that 15 minutes goes away, I say to myself, I know that there is someone for everybody.
Okay.
I'm going to be alone forever, but there's someone for everybody. Well, what's the message?
Selgo is going through it.
She
Gomez
is,
Gomez needs some help.
Biebs rocked her, didn't he?
He did.
Wow.
It's crazy. Prince Harry got tricked. These people, the Russian pranksters, they do this. They call you up and they pretend like they're a celebrity. They pretended again. Maybe it's a different group. Maybe it's the same group. I don't know. They were posing as that Greta Thunberg and the young climate activist. Yeah. And they got Prince Harry on the phone. And Prince Harry started talking details. They got him to talk some crap about Donald Trump. They got him to talk about, climate change. They got to talk to him about like leaving the royal family and his British military service. Like, it's fascinating how much they got him to talk about.
Do they have audio of this yet?
I don't know if it's been released yet. I didn't see any audio on the clips that I saw.
Yeah,
Did you see it?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, so far it looks like it's just well, no, there is some audio here. There's absolutely some audio. Look and see. It might be on YouTube, it looks like. Okay. Daily Mail's got audio, and it looks like it's on a YouTube video.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
I do want to hear that as well. Good stuff there. When you get Prince Harry, that's big.
Yeah, hear exactly what they got out of him.
And finally, Corey Feldman and his documentary, My Truth, is out there now, and in it, he promised to name names, and he did just that. He claims that it was Charlie Sheen that took advantage of his friend Corey Haim when he was just 13.
I said that, remember, a couple weeks ago? So this
did.
This has been kind of one of those items that's been out for a while.
The allegations first surfaced in 2017, but I guess now they're making it official, so he's saying it was Charlie Sheen.
The Warlock has answered back.
He's also said that John Grisham, the author, abused boys as well. A nightclub owner, Alfie Hoffman, and a talent manager, Marty Weiss. So he's naming a bunch of names.
Are you sure it's the the big John Grisham?
Arthur John Grissom. That's what it says.
But is Arthur Grisham different than a John Is it different?
It's not Arthur. It's author.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure it's the right guy.
It says here, author John Grissom.
What?
That sounds like the guy that writes books, right?
Yeah. Just double checking.
Grissom or Grisham?
Grissom.
I don't know. I thought it was Grisham.
I thought it was Grisham too.
Well, it's Grissom.
That's different than these are the names he's already named.
Oh boy, we just named a whole bunch of other people that aren't on the list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gotta make sure we get the right name here.
Well,
I'm just reading the story as put out by our prep service.
There was a probably about 6 months ago a story because Corey Feldman had named John Grisham and he was getting blown up, the author, but it's a different John Grisham.
Well, they wrote here author John Grissom.
No way. I remember the story.
But John Grissom is different than John Grisham.
Yeah, it's like radio host Kevin Ralston.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Well, who the hell is John Grissom?
That's why people are coming down on Feldman because they go, you've already named these names, and the Sheen name's already been out there.
Oh.
But the thing he's getting the most crap about is during the showing of it, he's been doing this worldwide promotion about how you're gonna pay $20. You'll see the two Corey Feldman special, all that whole thing. And what had happened was, a quarter way through, they had to stop it and said it's not going on because online there's all these problems. And then they did this thing where Corey goes, "We're being hacked." And that clip surfaced, and people are going, "This looks like it's staged."
Okay, Suits, it's your turn to try to save this story.
I looked it up. It is an actor, not the author, who has a name that's very similar but spelled differently. So it's an actor from, I don't even know any of the movies, honestly, that he was in that he named, not the author.
He's already named those two people.
All right, well, somebody better tell our prep service that it's not the author like they wrote.
That poor guy's getting blasted for something he didn't do.
And he may be an author, but that is John Grissom.
What a mess. You should have figured if Corey Feldman's involved, it's going to be a mess.
It was a mess.
So here he is going off on somebody that is calling him a scammer.
Yeah, he was on his Instagram feed.
What was that say about scamming people? Nobody's scamming anybody. I worked my balls off for this movie. So screw you. I'm tired of it. Enough is enough. This is about breaking through, and we've done it. It's been very hard, as you can see. Go do your research on these people. Look at what their history is. Look at what these people do to victims who try to come forward. So just stop it. Kill it. It's enough. We are going to show this film. The truth is being told all over the world, whether they like it or not.
Wow. That's some of his best acting since Stand By Me.
Corey Haim's mom has defended Charlie Sheen.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
my.
been crazy.
This is crazy. The guy I want to talk to is John Grisham. That's the only one I really care to speak with.
What's everybody bringing me into this?
Poor guy. The author is.
Well, it's right here in the story. Author John Grisham, but they spell the name differently, but they do say author. Oh my gosh, that guy's probably catching major heat today. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by our friends at Cleveland Clinic.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, how many people watched the second finale of The Bachelor last night? Okay. It was on in my house.
I watched a little bit of it
Yeah.
in the background, but I fell asleep. I'm just, ugh.
Okay. Well, here's your spoiler alert on what happened. I think most people, if you run in the circles that care about The Bachelor, are going to talk about it anyway. Your ridiculously hyped and overblown drama is what happened last night. Is Peter was trying to figure out which of these girls he was going to be with, Hannah Ann or Madison. Here's some of the stuff that happened last night as Peter proposes to Hannah Ann, and then what? Oh, boy.
I mean, we are starting off the show very dramatic today.
Did he propose and then break up with her?
Yeah, so what happened, if you can't really follow what is going on last night, Peter Weber, he got engaged to Hannah Ann, then he broke up with her, and then he started dating the runner-up Madison, who his mother apparently hates. And his mother's a whack job on top of it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so, if you are following any of that, yes, it was hard to follow.
Man, when I did that live tweeting when I was watching The Bachelor, my Twitter account never recovered. I lost so many followers, and it's declined ever since.
It's so odd. A majority of, I think, the world hates The Bachelor, and then there is this passionate group of people that are so into it, and it drives their life, and it's just like, wow. Clearly, it's doing well enough because they keep bringing it back. I mean, they've had, 24 of these now?
Yeah, it's a thing.
And if you are keeping score, it is 1 for 24, which is terrible odds. I mean, not good at all. That's how many, successful engagements they've had that have actually led to a lasting marriage. It's only Sean Lowe and Catherine Giudice, is that her name, that are still together? I haven't watched the show in 20 years, but that's what happened last night. So, curveball. Hannah Ann, nope, it's Madison, and they're only dating.
What?
And mom is not happy, and even dad doesn't think it's a good choice. So there you go. Drama and disaster. And apparently the mom is such a nut job. My wife was telling me that they're thinking about using Peter's brother is the next Bachelor. Because they love Mom because she's so crazy.
Kevin says he doesn't like it, but someone knows a lot of details. And
I gotta hear it. My wife and my daughter are so into it. My wife had on 2 TVs last night just to watch one show. I'm like, is this necessary?
You can't watch it because it is like crack. You can't believe you're watching it, but you are gonna watch it.
I can't even believe I'm talking about it. It's just terrible.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Bird?
Well, it's World Record Wednesday today.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad because my mind's all amuck because of Chewy. I was going to go after that Big Mac world record Joey Chestnut did.
Oh, yeah, right.
38 minutes. How many could you eat in 38 minutes? And
what did he do, like 29?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He did a ton.
He is a beast.
And I forgot to tell Virginia, Virginia, can you get the Big Macs?
38 of them?
Well, I was thinking about that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get a sponsor?
Well-
Like, hey, McDonald's, you want to...
Yeah.
That's a good point.
How much are they? Like, I don't know, $4 a piece?
They're at least,
Times 30?
Are they $4 a piece?
Yeah, the sandwich, they're
Oh,
at
my
least
gosh.
30-something. You would have spent
Yeah.
quite a bit of money.
Yeah,
And
Mama don't have it.
And I don't know if they would have done that without you calling ahead or setting that up. That's a lot of Big Macs in one sitting.
Well, I think ultimately, because what we were talking about is you got to set a lower number, like, because I'm not even sure you're going to eat 5. I mean, that is a lot of Big Macs to put down, even. I mean, this is Joey Chestnut. This is a dude that does unbelievable things. And if you ever try to scratch any of his world records, like he would, any of what any of us would do, he's going to do 100 times.
Well, my whole thing was I wanted to get to double digits, and you scoffed at that. You're like, yes,
I don't know how long it
digits.
would take you without throwing up.
Yeah.
10 Big Macs without throwing up. Yeah, that would take you a long time. I think you would do maybe 3 an hour. And I'm just going on. What was it the last thing we did? We did the waffles, right?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that was a slow go? And
That
so,
wasn't, I actually did, I cut that down way big time.
Yeah, but still, that was, I remember, we got going on that, and then that slowed down pretty quick.
Damn, Kevin don't have no confidence in you.
I gotta tell you, I don't know. I'm kind of going off experience, and after seeing the waffle thing, I don't know that
The waffle thing,
you would knock down that many Big Macs.
I think you lost your heart with the waffle thing because I got out of here pretty darn early. I thought it was sort of impressive. People thought I was gonna be here till midnight. I got out of here at 4:30.
How long do you think it would take for you to eat 5 Big Macs?
I think I could do 5 Big Macs without a doubt in an hour, easily. I think I could get 10.
10 in an hour. Okay.
Here's the problem, though. McDonald's doesn't start serving lunch till 10:30.
So you have to buy them at night and then bring them in here, and they're going to be cold.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm not really a Joey Chestnut. We're low budget here.
Hey, McDonald's, want to sponsor a bit?
No kidding. Yeah, that would be awesome. So I have some other world records I want to get your guys' opinion on. Now, these
Okay.
could be lame, so I want honesty here.
Okay.
All right, most radio listeners to call in and say booyah in 1 minute. There's a world record for that. So you have to get all these people calling in. Kevin will have to answer the phone. Booyah. Next caller. Booyah.
Okay.
0 for 1. Most questions asked during a drive-through.
What's the number?
It's like 87 questions.
Okay. If they have nothing to do with the food, I think that's funny.
Through a drive-through before they tell you to stop?
Yes.
Before they kick you out.
They have to be, they're like, dude, enough questions. It's 87 questions.
87 questions. Yeah, I think you'd have to have like all the questions kind of ready so that you're good to go.
I mean, if you're asking questions about the food, I think they put up with it for a while. If you're asking questions about life, I think they shut you down quick.
What do you guys think about llamas?
Yeah. What do you guys think? I
Yeah.
want to propose to my girlfriend. Should I?
Okay, that's another one out
Okay.
there.
I like that better than booyah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Booyah's rough.
You have to name the most living. You have to name it in 10 seconds. All of the living royal family members in 10 seconds. How many can you name in 10 seconds?
2.
That's dumb.
That's dumb too, but there's a world record for it. Look, I didn't come up with it. Most spoons.
You're just perpetuating it on the radio.
Look, I feel guilty. I have Big Mac guilt. Most spoons balanced on the face. And fastest time to eat a Kit Kat.
Kevin's not impressed.
I'm not impressed either. I'm not impressed either. I really wanted to do the Big Mac thing. Dang it, I totally spaced. I apologize. I don't know what we should do.
You can go today. Go tonight and buy all those Big Macs and then bring them in here.
Well, they might do something. They've actually, today, they're doing something. McDonald's is odd timing with the Big Macs. They just announced that they're going to be serving 2 alternative versions of the Big Macs for a limited time. They're doing the Little Mac, which is just 1 patty and no extra bun. The Double Big Mac, which is 4 patties, 2 above the extra bun and 2 below. And they say this is the first time they've ever done anything other than just your standard Big Mac.
Okay, I could get down with the Little Mac.
Yeah, they say in 2017 they introduced the Mac Jr. and the Grand Mac for a limited time. But the new Double Big Mac and the Little Mac go on sale today. So today's a Big Mac kind of day.
Yeah, it is.
When I was real chubby, I could definitely take those Big Macs down.
Yeah.
I was a different man then.
Yeah. I remember once upon a time my, younger fat days. Yeah, I'd do 2. I'd do 2 at a time.
That's a lot.
But I'd be robustly full after 2.
I could do a lot of Big Macs, man. I'm telling you. I know you don't believe in me.
Yeah.
But I'm
You're right.
Double digits, that's a lot.
10 in an hour?
Are you okay with doing world record Thursday?
No, maybe we'll wait till next week.
Dang, you got bumped.
That's fine.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, yesterday I was, of course, like everybody, reading all the coronavirus stuff, and I was making a joke in the car after I picked up Mags from the bus stop because Rocco's been sick all week, and I took him to the pediatrician. He doesn't have the coronavirus. But I was making a joke to Mags. I said, I can't bring your brother in anywhere because he's coughing. People are going to think he's got the coronavirus. So I quarantined Rocco to the car. We went grocery shopping. We went to do a site check at an event. We went to the drugstore. I wouldn't let him get out of the car because he's just coughing, and people are going to freak out.
Right.
If you're coughing in public right now. And I was just joking that he had the coronavirus. And Mags is like, no, Mom, there's no way he has the coronavirus. Have you looked at the symptoms? He's got a runny nose. If you have a runny nose, you do not have the coronavirus.
Really?
So we're
And
getting
I was like, wait, what? She said, yeah, go look it up. The Wall Street Journal or some Washington newspaper said, look at your symptoms. If you have a runny nose, you don't have the coronavirus because a runny nose is cold, flu, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's not the coronavirus. And I told Denny's, and he's like, yeah, that's true. And if you can hold your breath for 10 seconds without coughing, you also don't have the coronavirus.
I get the corona.
Wow. How about that? That's the test.
I was waiting on 10. Yeah, that's what Denny said the test is they're doing with kids at school. His wife knew that from the school.
Okay.
And then Mags told me yesterday, if you've got a runny nose, you're probably sick with a cold or the flu or something, but that's not the coronavirus.
Okay, so we're getting our medical facts from a guy who doesn't believe we landed on the moon and your 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to clear it up because there's a lot of, fear out there. And when she told me that made me feel better because both my kids have a runny nose right now. Yes, they have a cough too, but if the runny nose means not corona, that's good information.
It's so weird how we seek comfort. If I feel like I'm dying of something and I go and I tell Denny's, I'm like, hey man, I'm having this weird symptom. Do you think this is serious? And you go, nah, man, you're good. I'm telling you, you're fine. And I oddly don't worry about it anymore. I'm like, you know what? I just went to the doctor.
It is the soothing voice, and there is some credibility in Denny's. I don't know what there is.
He just sounds like he knows what he's talking
He does.
about.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I see comfort in Denny's assurances.
His credibility rating is high.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we bring problems to him, at least 4 or 5 times during a show, and he fixes those problems. So you're like, this guy's got it.
That's why I'm always telling him my problem. He's probably so sick of it.
He's days away from quitting.
Yeah, there's a lot of information floating around about this thing, and what you believe and what you don't believe is just, kind of crazy.
I know. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they had this so-called expert on there, and they're like, yeah, they keep on saying it's the old people that are getting it. And that's not true. In fact, you're going to see in the future people in their 40s are going to be getting the corona. That was the whole topic about people in their 40s are going to get the corona. It's just not being reported right now.
Well, a lot of people in their 40s have got the coronavirus, especially like in China and stuff. And a lot of those people have battled through it and are recovering right now. So if you're watching like China and what they went through, they were going through it in January. We're just now getting it.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people, a lot of them died, yes. But if you look and see, a lot of them were elderly or they had pre-existing conditions. If you're a perfectly healthy person, which a lot of these Chinese people that got it were, a lot of them battled through it and they're fine. It doesn't mean you're automatically going to be dying.
Okay.
That's just what I took away from the news last night. And I watched every network news just to get what everybody's perspective of it was.
Are you doing anything different now that it's out there?
Nah.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit. I mean, I'm definitely washing my hands more. I'm definitely trying not to touch my face as much.
Okay.
I'm definitely cognizant because I didn't even understand how it was spread. I mean, do you? I mean, if somebody sneezes on you or coughs on you and they have it, you can get it. But if you touch a surface, you can have it on your hands. Now, you're not going to give it to yourself unless you touch your face. So you can touch a surface and get it on your hands and then antibacterial it away by washing or using some kind of antibac. It's only if you take your hands and put them on your face or in your mouth or in your nose, and then you give it to yourself. So that's what they're saying about the hand washing and everything. It's possible for you to touch it and then kill it on your hands and never get it.
Right. No, I'm the high candidate.
It's hard if you have to make a really good effort not to touch your face.
I touch my face all the time, and I am just a touchy. Like I touch walls. I fiddle.
Walls Pennington?
Yeah. I'm always grabbing onto something. I mean, I am the top candidate on this show to get it.
They say 41% of people say they're doing nothing different to avoid the virus. 15% stockpiled soap or hand sanitizer, 20% are avoiding public places, and only 7% have bought face masks.
I'm starting to see people say they're calling into work because they're afraid to go into work. If they work with a bunch of people, y'all would have freaked out the other day. I went into our kitchen, and they had about 50 of our employees in the little kitchen all getting ready to eat a cake. I'm thinking, y'all know about the coronavirus, right? I mean, they were on top of each other like they were in an elevator.
Then Ted sneezes on it.
They're all grabbing the cake.
Yeah.
Like Virginia would lose her mind right now.
But even before the corones, I had a big problem with everybody standing around the cake and everybody breathing on the cake, and then the person that blows out the candles now spits all over the cake.
I mean, there was so much breathing going on over this cake.
I got a big problem with that regardless of the coronavirus.
Yeah, there are a lot of places that are telling people to stay home, especially colleges and universities. A lot of kids are leaving for spring break, and then they're getting a message as they're gone saying, you know what, don't come back. So they're trying to have everybody do their classes online. I think Ohio State has done that. Harvard has done that. So there's a lot of schools that have done that.
Well, if you look at people that got it, they're tracing it back. And the majority of the infections came from travel overseas or being on a cruise ship or being exposed to somebody that was on a cruise ship. So right now, that's what they're really looking at. So if you don't go around anybody that's traveled overseas and you don't go around anybody that's been on a cruise ship, you greatly decrease your chances of being exposed to it.
Yeah.
But that means you got to question everybody. Where you been?
It is so funny, the two different camps that are out there, the people who are worried and the people that get mad at the people who are worried. It's all media hype, man.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I don't think anybody should be freaking out yet, but you got to do what you got to do to go through your day and be calm and be able to function and not let this paralyze you with fear.
Yeah.
And that comes from information.
Well, I think a lot of people are doing that. I mean, if 41% of people are doing nothing different to avoid the coronavirus, that'll let you know, 41% of people are pretty chill about it. So There you go. That's some of the latest numbers on that.
Well, thank you.
It has picked up a little bit as far as the overall tally. Broward County seems to be the worst in South Florida. They declared a state of emergency after they got their 4th county resident testing positive for the coronavirus. So what that means is that they basically are going to have partial mobilization of emergency service personnel. So they're on guard, ready to go. So that'll last for 7 days. Unless they need to up it or cancel it. So there you go. And 8 now in the state of Florida is the number there. Well, what I got on my mind, I was watching a documentary, I guess, in a sense, yesterday on Netflix. Really kind of cool, but a lot of people will probably hate it, so I'll just cut it right down to the chase and tell you what it's all about. They did a mini-series on Bill Gates. It's called Inside Bill's Brain on Netflix.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of fascinated. Just see, what successful people have done, and, if you can kind of boil it down to say, okay, what can I take away from what they have done?
Oh, they have talent.
Yes.
Oh, they're smart.
Right. But what is it that they are doing?
What
maybe
what
to
moves
get smart?
Can you mimic?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it that Bill Gates does? And I got it down to basically 4 things that I noticed about Bill Gates. And not to say you're going to have his brain, because that is the ultimate secret of it.
Sure,
but you could still probably at a lower standard replicate what Bill Gates does and maybe find some success.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I noticed is they talked about Bill Gates, even from an early age, he read a lot. He was always reading. Even today when he always travels with a bag of like 10 or 14 books.
Wow.
In it.
That's a heavy backpack.
Yeah, he always does. And it's a variety of different things that he's just curious about or whatever he's trying to figure out issues on. His assistant is like packing his bag, and you see him everywhere he's traveling. He's got a bag of books with him.
Does he have somebody carry the backpack? Because that seems like kind of heavy.
It does. Yeah, Bill's going to throw his bag out.
I mean, he's going to look like he has scoliosis.
Yeah. So he is a big reader. He reads fast. I think it's like he does about 150 pages an hour with 90% retention, they said.
Wow.
So he gets through a lot of information, but that's one. Just, I think, applying learning and always being inquisitive and curious about things is one of the things they said about Bill Gates. He also takes time to think. Once a year, he goes out and he does Think Week. He goes to a cabin, just kind of sits, reflects, but he's always thinking about what he's read and what he's learned. So you got to take time to quiet your brain and apply it, because I think too often we're always too busy and going. So you got to learn, you got to think, then buy in. For him, it's just really committing yourself. I think he was really probably working too much. You talk about the old Microsoft days, but it seems like whatever project he does, he gets all in it. So he buys into the project. And then the 4th thing is he manages his time carefully. They went over his schedule, and they said he's never a minute late to anything. He respects time because he realizes that's the only thing he can't buy on planet Earth.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, there's 4 things about Bill Gates. I'm like, that's some good stuff.
Do you remember all 4 of them?
Nope.
Okay.
Drink week, I
heard.
Yeah.
Reading, time, all in.
Yep. That's pretty good, Virginia.
Drink
thinking,
week?
Yeah.
Drink week.
Drink week.
Think week.
Yes.
Yeah,
So there you go.
can we be drunk during Think Week?
I don't know. That's a good question.
It's probably not going to be that effective, but you could be.
I don't know, man. I've
Yeah.
seen some good ideas come from this room when there's been a little drinking going on.
Name them.
Smell my finger.
What's in the bag, biatch?
Okay, yeah.
Plaster your ass.
Yeah.
Well, we've got, there's 3 different specials that they did on there, and it's just kind of like what he does now with his foundation to tackle stuff. But it's good. Each one's an hour, so if you're looking for something shorter to bite off a chunk of, it's on Netflix. Inside Bill's Brain is the name of it. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, I always love this topic. I see it on Reddit pop up every now and then. The dumb things we believed as kids. Dumb things we believed as kids. What are those things? I know there's always something that you're like, when you just thought it, you saw it, you just believe that's the way life went.
I believe you could turn off the night and the day from this one motel room.
From a light switch?
From a light switch, yeah. And I swear to you, I turned the day on. I swear. I remember looking out the window going, it's nighttime. It's daytime. In my mind, I remember that.
Was your brother working the blinds?
No, I swear I remember looking at the sky going, wow, there's stars? Now it's daylight. There's stars. I had a lot of problems as a kid, though, I think.
Bless your heart.
Bless my brain.
All right, so if you want to add something to the list, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
I was looking at the thread yesterday on Reddit, the dumb things we believe as kids. It is just something that when we're younger, we just try to figure things out, and we don't know how the world works. So you're just trying to make it all happen, and it does not happen. Here are some of the ones I saw yesterday on Reddit. Dumb things we believed as kids. One, that the Macarena was the state dance of Wisconsin. It's all because I learned it in the first grade a week after we moved to Wisconsin. And so they thought that was like the state dance, which there's so many Hispanics in Wisconsin.
That's weird.
Could you imagine if the Macarena was the state dance in Wisconsin?
I'd be shocked.
That'd be pretty amazing, actually.
I see it being more like the polka.
Right. Yeah, that feels more Wisconsin-y. Beer and cheese go better with polka than they do the Macarena.
Absolutely.
Dumb things we believed as kids. Somebody said that drinking and driving applied to all beverages.
Oh, that's funny.
That wouldn't make sense because if you're a kid, you're like, oh, I can't have my chocolate milk.
I can't drink and drive.
Yeah.
I was told to believe if you make out or kiss too long, your lips blow up and get swollen. So the first time I ever kissed somebody, I went back home and I thought, oh man, my mom is gonna know.
Does make a little bit of sense, maybe. Increased blood flow.
Oh, we would save millions on lip injections.
Yeah. That whether you were a boy or a girl depended solely on how long your hair was. So if you let your hair grow, you turn into a girl. That's the dumb thing that somebody believed as a kid.
Huh. That's fascinating.
I told you all about what I believe what fish sticks did.
Fish what?
Fish sticks.
Oh, okay. What did you say?
Fish sticks.
There you go.
All right, yeah. Third try was very important there.
Fish sticks.
No.
What? Sticks. I'm saying sticks.
You better make sure we hear the S sound.
Gosh.
You said it 3 times with no S.
That is not. I gotta listen back to that audio.
You gotta listen back to that audio.
Yeah. Or maybe you should.
Why do you think Kevin went?
What? Fish what?
Wait, what?
Fish sticks.
There you go,
Yes.
pumpkin.
If you eat them, certain areas are larger on your body. That's what you believe.
On you or on the fish?
On you.
Well, it all does tie in. I can see why there's so much confusion over that topic.
These fish are hung.
Yes. It's tough to swim, isn't it? Can't get too close to the bottom, Virginia. You get caught up on things.
I was told that the fish makes.
You might want to stop talking.
Yeah. Dumb things we believed as kids. According to Reddit, somebody put that the pictures on the sides of U-Hauls corresponded to where the person was moving.
Aw, that's cute.
Like if it said Utah, oh, look, they're moving to Utah.
I do love that. On the sides of U-Hauls, they do always have like a different state featured.
Yeah, it did take me a while. Even myself as an adult, I always thought it corresponded from where they got the U-Haul from.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm not much smarter than these kids. Somebody else put on Reddit that when they were a kid, the dumb thing they believe is that windmills used electricity to produce wind, not the other way around. So if you saw a windmill, it was creating wind, and that's where wind came from. So if you just turn off a windmill, then there'd be no more wind.
Huh.
Y'all think the moon was following you as a kid? They knew where you were at all the time?
No.
Nope. Neither did I.
Yeah.
Paranoia.
Somebody texted in and said, when I was 5, I used to believe that the rats lived in the toilet. And if I flushed, it would wake them up. So I would run out of the bathroom as quickly as I could.
That's horrifying.
Thank you, X-Files.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
How do you sit on the toilet if you think rats live in it?
Can you imagine how alarmed you'd be if you sat in the toilet and farted? Oh, no.
It's a rat.
It's just like an alarm clock. Somebody said one thing I believed as a kid, eat all your food so you can become big and strong. Well, I got the big part right.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just, well, you got to just learn through life, I guess.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second, Billie Eilish kicked off her tour, her Where Do We Go tour in Miami on Monday night. But she did something that nobody expected on stage, something she's never done before or showed before.
Smiled.
No, it was not smile.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you in a minute coming up what it was. Before we get into that, you can always tell when somebody's boss gets to them and says, no, you're not going to do it that way. You're going to do it this way because I said so. I'm your boss. I sign your check. Remember just days ago, LeBron James came out and said, I'm not going to be playing in any arenas if there's no fans. Now he has issued a new statement just 48 hours later.
We have the audio.
And I guess he is going to be playing regardless of if the fans are there or not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because when I was asked the question, would you play without no fans, I had no idea that there was actually a conversation going on behind closed doors about the particular virus. Obviously, I would be very disappointed, not having the fans because that's what I play for. I play for my family. I play for my fans. They're saying no one could actually come to the game if they decide to go to that point. So I'll be disappointed in that. But at the same time, you got to listen to the people that's keeping the track on what's going on, and if they feel like it's best for the safety of the players, the safety of the franchise, safety of the league to mandate that, then we all listen to it.
Okay.
That is a quick retraction because your boss yelled at you. And we know because we've been yelled at by the boss. We know exactly what it feels like. In other news, it looks like Mark Wahlberg is going to be getting a reality show on HBO Max. Apparently, they've been filming him and following Marky since December. Now, they show him, of course, he's got Wahlburgers. He's also got a Chevy dealership in Ohio that he owns.
I've been to the Wahlburgers.
It also showcases his real-life entourage, friends, family, people in his circle. They've been filming since December, and if you have HBO Max, that's going to be where you can follow it and watch it. The show is going to be called Wall Street. Get it?
Okay.
WAHL Street.
Sounds waffle.
I said Wall Street.
It sounds waffle.
I think it sounds good. I love a docuseries. I love a behind-the-scenes peek at what the real life is like. I'm fascinated by it. I don't have HBO Max, but I'm going to come over to Jaybird's house and watch it there.
Come on over. Let me know when you're going to come over. I will leave. It's yours.
Can you take your dog, too? Because I'm allergic. And also here, Michael Strahan and his ex are engaging in a really severe custody battle. Michael Strahan is now accusing his ex of abusing their girls. They share 2 daughters together. His ex lives with the girls in North Carolina, but Michael Strahan is now claiming that she is physically and mentally abusing the girls and that he's going to detail it for the court and wants to take custody away from her and just give her visitation rights and have the girls come move with him to New York away from North Carolina. Wow, physical and emotional abuse, he's claiming. Billie Eilish was on stage Monday night in Miami kicking off her Where Do We Go tour, and she famously has never showed her body. And I guess a lot of people have been like, why don't you show your body? And she's like, I wear clothes that are comfortable. I wear baggy stuff because I like it. And so she played a video, and for the first time ever, you see her like from right below her breasts up. She's like wearing a bra, and you can see her arms. You can see like a little bit of her midsection. And really, that's the first time she's ever shown all of that. The crowd was like screaming and cheering. And she said, look, people hate what I wear. Some people praise it. Some people shame me. I feel you watching me always. The body I was born with is not what you want. Well, I wear what's comfortable. If you call me a slut because I shed the layers, I don't care. So there you go.
She doesn't care.
Sounds like she does care, though.
It's fascinating. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
I got some birthdays here today. Celebrity-wise, got to say what up and a happy birthday to Johnny Knoxville. Jaybird, I don't know if he's a mentor or an inspiration. He's 49 today.
Doesn't a mentor have to like you back?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Do they?
I think a mentor means that you have a relationship. It means that it's not just one-sided.
Yeah, because that would be stalking.
You can have like a role model. That's one-sided, but a mentor means that he's involved in your life and helping you.
He's probably my favorite one out of that crew. I thought he was the funniest.
I like Steve-O.
I like Steve-O too.
Steve-O's my favorite, then Johnny Knoxville.
Okay, we've all ranked them out, huh?
I
We've
like
got our
Knoxville.
hierarchy of Jackass cast members. Also, got to say, big ol' happy birthday here today, too. Got another celebrity birthday for you. Happy birthday to Terrence Howard. Sounds like he's not the easiest dude to work with, but he's turning 51 today.
Oh, I just saw a movie with him, with Hugh Jackman. Their daughters get kidnapped. Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's called Prisoner. It was pretty intense, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
He seems pretty intense. Like, I don't think Terrence is acting when he's like scary and intense.
Okay.
I think he's like that in real life.
Funny enough, he was not the intense person in this movie. He was very
Really?
kind of more like the laid back one. Yeah, you'd like that movie, Kev.
Yeah, he's done some really good stuff, from the hustle and flows and all those kind of things to whatever, but
He's got that look where he's on screen and he's just captivating.
yeah.
It's just something, he's got that je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, but he's the dude, remember he blew his role in Iron Man because he was hard to work with?
Yep.
They got rid of him?
Maybe he learned a little bit.
Maybe. Got to say happy birthday to Caden, turning 6. That's from Mom, Dad, and Kodak, his cat. Also, Nadia's turning 9. That's from Mommy. Also, Curly, happy birthday from your fiance Michael, your son Justice, and your unborn daughter Riley.
Curly.
We'll meet in July. Happy 11th birthday to my beautiful baby Jalen from Mommy and Papa. And happy birthday to Sarah. Love Stephanie and Jalen. So there you go.
Papa.
Also, happy birthday to my wife Lilia. It's her 45th birthday. That's from your husband Ralph. You also got a happy birthday to Brian from Ariana, Ava, Mom, Peanut, Pickles, Pumpkin, Batman, and Robin.
That's a lot of pets.
That is.
That's a lot.
Also, 9th birthday to Reese from Mommy, Warren, and Summer. So there you go. Got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show? You can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Okay, Jaybird is going national. National TV. It is a done deal from what I'm hearing, Jaybird.
So the contract was signed yesterday. I guess it's like the movies kind of a thing. If you shoot it and it doesn't go well, they're not going to air it. So, but it's looking like, I talked to Vicky, contract's been signed. They're going to Skype with us. This is the Ghost Show that's on the Travel Channel.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's moving forward. Contracts are signed. There's money involved.
Wow.
I know. Not much, but.
Now, who signed the contract?
Vicky did.
Vicky did.
Yeah, and I trust Vicky. Vicky's
Yeah.
my partner.
That's cool.
Yeah, and she's the one that's got, the connections. I'm the
You're the talent.
I'm the
So who's getting paid, Vicky or you?
it doesn't matter. Well, it's not that much money, so
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm just curious. I like the
Virginia's trying to be your agent over
Yeah.
here.
I'm not interested in the money.
Okay, so give it to Vicky.
Yeah, I am. We're giving it to Vicky.
I like it.
Or, you know what? Give it to me. If nobody cares about this, we're just like, yeah.
Vicky deserves it. She deserves the whole kit. So we're giving it to her.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we have to Skype with them. They're gonna tell my story, hopefully, and they gotta vet me, make sure. But they love the footage of the ghost in my room. They love the EVPs.
Wow.
Stuff's been kicking up. We're trying to film more of me as well. Now the one thing you do, we can't, once we sign the contract, if they air it, it's the only network we can use it with.
Oh, they have exclusivity.
I think for a year, yeah. But if we film something else in my room, and we're gonna get camera angles on, because that was the one knock on the footage, that they wanted more camera angles, not from them, but just from people who had seen it. We're gonna do another sleep thing where we have cameras on me while I sleep, because the activity is kicking up again.
Really?
It is.
Yeah, it says a new trick that the ghost has learned.
Sounds like there's whistling coming from my closet.
What?
Whistling. You'll wake up and then I'm terrible. I can't whistle.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that's whistling.
There you go.
Oh, that's going to be great for TV, a whistling ghost.
Well, yeah, you're going to get way more money when they find out it's the Andy Griffith show.
We got to capture that, though. That's been the newest thing that's been going on. I thought that was kind of fascinating.
Okay. If the ghost did request, what do you think are the best whistling songs that you should give to the ghost?
The bridge
if he
over,
takes requests.
Bridge over the River Kwai.
You also got The Stranger by Billy Joel.
Okay. I would say there's a few that I would go with if it's taking requests. Do you remember the Scorpions? They had a song called Wind of Change back in the day.
That's a great song.
Yeah, that was a fantastic song. That is a good whistling song that we could suggest for the ghosts. There's also Peter, Bjorn, and John. They do a song that is called Young Folks that you could check out.
Who the hell is that?
That is a good song. You've never
What about
heard that
the
one,
Bangles?
Virginia?
Walk like an Egyptian.
Oh. That's true, yeah. Maybe they could do that.
How do y'all whistle,
You're
man?
terrible. Stop.
Yeah.
Before people start changing the station.
Again. I think they've already done that with my ghost talk.
Guns N' Roses Patience.
Okay.
If you could get your ghost to sing or whistle Guns N' Roses Patience, I think we're on to something.
That's
there.
a great one.
That would be cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. So Jaybird, can't wait to find out when he's going to be on National TV, the Travel Channel.
This is big.
It's big, Virginia.
Don't sign over your rights if it turns out that your ghost is Andy Griffith, because that sounds like it's going to be more money.
Yeah.
I need to be involved in that contract.
Again, we got to capture that first.
All right. Get to work.
Well, come up here in just a couple of minutes. We are going through our 5 tough questions this week. Our intern Thumbelina has put these all together. Okay. Got a couple tough questions here for Jaybird. One of them, as I'm looking down the list.
You're on the hot seat, Bird.
Yeah, you're on the hot seat today.
Take a day off, and boy, oh boy.
It's your moment.
In a second, you'll have to answer, would you rather suffer from consistent diarrhea or uncontrollable drool? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that an easy one?
I don't know.
All right.
Consistent diarrhea or uncontrollable drool. Those are your 2 options.
I got questions.
You got to pick one.
Okay. All right. We'll see what Jaybird says next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay. I've done it. Virginia's done it. Now it's Jaybird's turn. 5 tough questions for the bird. Our intern Thumbelina came out with the questions for all of us. Denny's still got a round that he has got to do. So here we go. All right, Jaybird, get ready. You are now officially on the hot seat now. Okay. What would you rather give up for the rest of your life, junk food or alcohol?
Ooh, probably. Man, I love oatmeal cream pies. I just love snacks.
I know. Seems like your first love.
I probably got to give up alcohol.
Okay.
I can't give up snacks.
I
get so much enjoyment out of that.
Yeah, you seem to talk about that more than booze.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm giving up booze.
Okay. All right, would you rather suffer from consistent diarrhea or uncontrollable drool?
Now, can I control the diarrhea? If I'm on a date and all of a sudden I'm at the ale house and I get a case of the poopy.
You can't control diarrhea. It's powerful and it's bigger than you.
Let me talk from my experience. There are times where it's like, yes, you pretty much can, but every now and then there's that one that just, oh boy, if I don't get there in about 15 seconds, it's not gonna happen. So it would affect your life. If you were going out and knew that you were not going to be immediately close to a bathroom within about 10 yards, you might want to start wearing adult diapers.
And is it throughout the day? Is it just my
Doesn't stop.
My
Yeah.
new reality?
Yep, it is.
I gotta go drool. I think I can make that work.
Okay.
I can make it work.
That you could work. There's no odor involved with drool. Typically, not bad at least, not at the same level.
I'm not pumped that I'm drooling it up.
Yeah, I'm not saying either one of these are great.
But I think I could make some money doing that maybe. I don't know.
Money? Drooling?
You could grow out your beard and then just hide little sponges in it, and maybe that would soak it up.
Well, the beard's like a sponge.
Yeah, that seems practical, Virginia.
Yeah. So the drool starts coming off his beard.
I'm definitely going drool. You can't have no diarrhea constantly. It's rough, man.
It's just, yeah. No, you're right. I think drool is the right answer, and I think growing your beard long might be the right play.
You will lose weight on the diarrhea, but after 5 years of that, That's gonna break a man.
No, it could kill you too. Yeah, diarrhea is a bad thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Medically, it's
Yep.
going to be bad.
5 years. I think after a month of full on just terrible
Probably not
diarrhea,
even that long, yeah.
you're probably so just over it.
Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah, I like the growing out the beard, doing the drool.
All right.
You could actually dress as a pirate and call yourself Drool Beard.
I don't hate that. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'd make
you
it
could make
work.
money on that.
I'd make
That
it
would
work.
be your thing, as a ghost pirate that drools. You're right. Okay.
You could do a celebrity impressionist and be Julia Roberts.
Okay.
You shouldn't even. You should have just let that hang. You should have. That should have been met with silence.
That's worse than diarrhea.
All right, question number 3 here in your 5 tough questions from intern Thumbelina. Your top celebrity crush finds you irresistible and insists you have relations, but only on the condition that you do it in a morgue. You in?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
It's not even. I don't have to think about that.
Not a problem, huh?
Not at
Doesn't
all.
faze you. That's
Does
an easy
not
one.
faze me.
Who's your top celebrity crush these days?
I'm very attracted to Emily Blunt. I am attracted to Olivia Munn. Those are the 2 that come to mind.
Okay.
I love Emily Blunt. I like her accent.
We do. Okay.
I like an accent.
You want to be scolded by a British girl.
Yeah.
And?
All right, next question, Jaybird. Would you quit the KVJ show to be the official full-time host of Wheel of Fortune?
Oh, my gosh.
That's it. You're the new Pat Sajak.
Think what Pat makes, but you also need to think you're abandoning and killing the career of your 2 friends.
No, because here's the thing. You already got Denny's, whose real name is Josh. He could slide right in. It's still the KVJ show.
KVJ.
I mean, it could work. He's funny. Although, you're walking into a big gig right there.
You are.
That is Pat Sajak.
You're taking over for the legend, Pat Sajak.
Vanna got a taste of it, and she realized, oh, wait, it's not as easy as it looks.
It's not as easy as flipping letters.
Right. It's definitely a higher skill level.
I stay with the KVJ show.
You do?
I do.
Wow.
Okay, what if I added this? You get to take Virginia as your letter turner.
I definitely...
She's your Vanna.
I definitely stay with the KVJ show. Because I'm forced to stay with her on that one. I have to.
That doesn't do it?
It does not sweeten the pot, my friend.
Okay. All right. All right, final question here, Jaybird. All right. You are captured by pirates. You can either become a sex slave for the all-male crew or take your chances swimming 3 miles to a nearby island through shark-infested waters. What do you choose?
I think I gotta be some pirate's booty. I'm a horrific swimmer. I can't even float. I don't even know how to float. I sink, Virginia.
I mean, you always pick swim, right?
I would be dead in 30 seconds. At least I can make my way as a pirate. I'll be a drooling pirate with my drool problem.
Drool beard.
Virginia, I don't survive the ocean.
I don't know if you're going to survive being a rag doll for a bunch of pirates either.
All right, maybe I got to think that.
That sounds horrible.
We got a whole new act.
I wouldn't do it, and I'm a heterosexual woman.
Drool beard, a pirate sex slave.
You got to go gay and be a rag doll.
I'm just trying to survive. You said shark-infested water.
Dude, you got to swim.
How many miles you say?
3 miles.
Dude, I would be so dead.
You got to swim, bro.
I think I got to give me gold. I'm a pirate.
Oh, no.
Dig for booty.
Oh, no.
I promise you there.
Drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain. Hey, you're Facebook fishing.
Oh, there's some problems on next door in the neighborhood. The latest problem that we got here, Karen is sick of seeing so many fat people taking off their shirt at the community pool. But the only problem is things kind of get twisted up on Karen here as she tries to put somebody else on blast.
Karen loves to complain, too. Just
She
keep
does.
that in mind.
It's like, I mean, really? Come on. Do we have to, if you don't have good-looking flesh, why are you showing it?
She has tattoos. She doesn't want to cover them up.
Okay, I'll play the role of Karen here today. Jaybird, you can be Kaylee, who's kind of in there with Karen. Right, you go, girl. High fives. Okay. Virginia, you could be Alan, who kind of sets everything straight in this.
Oh, good. Alan with the truth.
And then Denny's going to be our closer here, playing the role of Pat.
All right.
Denny's is the closer here today.
Alan speaking the truth?
Yeah.
It sounds like he's giving it to him.
Okay, here's what Karen had to put up on the next door page. Yeah, the HOA needs to make a rule that gross, chubby people can't take their shirts off at the pool. I just saw the grossest and hairiest man wading in the water, looking like a sick manatee. Enough is enough.
You are so harsh, Karen. But I see your point. I don't want hair floating in our community pool either.
No offense, Karen, but the fact that you're calling somebody overweight is comical. You're no runway model yourself, girl. Just saying.
Look, I never said I was a runway model, Alan. I also don't take my shirt off at the pool like some of these pigs do. Nobody asks for your opinion anyway, so you sit down, boo-boo.
You're awfully judgmental for somebody who is, at the most, a 4 out of 10 in the looks department. And that's
Alan.
on a good day after I've had a few beers.
Oh, what?
Hey, get the popcorn. This is getting good.
Yeah, Kaylee, get the popcorn. That's the only way you can get Karen away from the computer talking trash. Tell her you have food.
Oh, Jesus.
That's when Karen gets distracted.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve, Alan. Everybody calls you Alan Thick behind your back because you have a thick and fat looking face.
Here comes Pat.
Fat face.
Everyone on this thread is fat and gross, including myself.
Well, Pat.
Let's just stop fighting and have a barbecue. I know you fatties are hungry.
Okay, I like Pat.
Yeah, Pat is a peacemaker.
Oh, yes.
And you're right. Let's stop shaming. Let's start eating. Well, we had an interesting conversation a second ago. Should you cover your tattoos the first time you meet your boyfriend's conservative parents when he asks you to? Some of the take was, okay, well, are they ever going to like them? And how many times do I have to cover up? That said, I agree with the bird on that tattoo thing because his parents are never going to like them. I've been through this. Virginia is wrong, but a lot of people agree with Virginia. Hey, just be respectful. And they say, I've got tats too. I've done this before. Just get them to love you first, and then you can start gradually showing off the tattoos. And then maybe once they accept you, then they'll accept the tattoos. On the Twitter poll that we got on KVJ show, right now it's 50-50 on should you cover them. Some 50% said yes, so what? And 50% said no way, it's who I am. It's who I am.
Y'all don't understand because you're not part of the ink community.
I'm not. I'm part of the judgy community.
That's not who is part of the ink community. My boy Panda.
I know, and I don't have a problem with tattoos on him, but I am not like a lot of the older generation that does. They don't get it.
Yeah.
They just don't understand it. They don't like it like we do. They're just not young and hip. Tattoos are very young and hip now.
Follow your heart. Either way, you'll wake up. The world will still be moving.
Okay, there you go. Well, if you want to sound off and jump into the discussion, you can go to our Twitter page. Make sure you follow us. Just look for KVJ Show.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, a lot of people are asking if Oprah Winfrey is going to jump on the ticket with either Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders. Several people have thrown her name around, and now I guess her longtime boyfriend, Stedman Graham, is commenting on it. What does Stedman have to say specifically about Oprah? Fascinating. Before we get into that, though, Conor McGregor is doing something so awesome. You know, he may have a little problem with his temper, but he is certainly putting his charitable money where his mouth is, being hailed as a hero for teaming up with his booze company. He's got a Proper 12 whiskey that he has out there. So he and Proper 12 have now officially wrote $1 million check to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, which helps all those emergency responders who are sick because of 9/11 and are battling cancer and all kinds of terrible things because of responding to 9/11. He donated $1 million to that foundation to help those people and their families.
Oh, wow.
Love
Yeah,
that.
that is
Conor
cool.
McGregor. You can slap people around all you want if you do stuff like that. I think it's cool. Organizers of Coachella and Stagecoach are now officially rescheduling both of the music festivals. They say if you purchase tickets, they will be given refunds or honoring those tickets for the rescheduled October dates. I guess because in the county of Riverside, local health authorities have already declared a state of emergency, and they're like, look, we can't do this because we don't want to be responsible for more people getting sick.
It'll be interesting to see what all they do cancel and what they wind up doing with, basketball games are going to be coming up and the such too. Ultra is not offering refunds.
Really?
Yes, and people are not happy. If you wanted to go check Twitter and see a lot of really upset people.
How do you get away with that?
Well, what happened is anybody who purchased tickets, they're transferring it to next year's show or the show after. Next year, Ultra is going on March 20th through the 22nd, and they're saying the ticket that you paid for, it's just good next year. We're not going to give you your money back. You'll just have the ticket good for next year. And, some people are like, well, I actually want my money returned now. And they're like, no, we're not returning money. In fact, they actually offered some ticket holders a series of quote-unquote benefits, but that would require more money on top of it. And people are going, what? Kiss it, but alter it, that. So, so there's a big Twitter battle going on.
That could be a little PR nightmare.
Yeah, there were, go to Twitter, there's not a lot of happy people about that decision to do that.
Is there anybody ever happy on Twitter, though?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, if all those people get a little uprising about let's boycott Ultra and not go, it could really hurt the festival for next year even.
Who knows? Coronavirus this year, lack of refunds next year.
They'll take Molly and forget they're boycotting.
Probably, yeah. And we're asking about what else might get canceled. I saw in Hollywood they canceled their St. Patrick's Day parade, which we were in one year.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Oprah's longtime boyfriend Stedman got asked just yesterday about, okay, is Oprah going to run for vice president or not? Is she going to jump on with Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders or whoever is going to be running on the Democratic ticket? And Stedman said, no, there is no way that Oprah would want to be the vice president. He said, even though she was responsible for getting Barack Obama elected back in 2008, she's got no public office aspirations. And that's what's going on.
I don't think, because it's not fun. She wants to go out and have fun.
No, and I mean, when you have Oprah money, you don't need all the criticism that comes with political office. Ugh, no. Just go out there and have fun with your money, Oprah. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Dirt of the Day brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, Florida, South Florida's top hospital.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
A couple mishaps happening here in your viral audio today. One, this is kind of a lesson. If you got a girlfriend that is wanting you to help her do like her viral video or TikTok or whatever. She's like, okay, I want you to stand here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cartwheel, and then you just kind of help me out. You've seen a lot of these like TikTok videos, they do that kind of stuff, because you never know what might happen when you agree to help spot your girlfriend on the cartwheel. Oh, what was that?
Did she blast him?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, okay, I'm going to spot you, and you do that.
I mean, that sounds like
a trumpet.
Not cool.
His face, his head jerks back.
Oh my
so
gosh!
violently.
He's gonna need some face wash after that. Oh,
yeah,
good
can you get
heavens.
the corona that way?
Yes, you can. Well, pink eye, maybe. That's what he's got to worry about. That's crazy stuff. And you got to be impressed with true performers, because a true performer, a mishap could happen, and they will just continue on with the show. They don't even they don't acknowledge what's going on. And this singer here falls 10 feet, and listen to how they recover and how well. Okay, well, I mean, that's impressive.
Wow.
If you can sing that well after falling 10 feet.
I mean, the show must go on.
Was it you showing me that one clip of that stripper who fell? It looked like she fell 2 stories.
She did. She was much higher than 10 feet, and she landed on her front 2 teeth.
And then she still kind of was like twerking off the stage. She still did a little dancing.
She did. She got on her hands and knees and kept twerking.
But she was in a lot of, you could tell the pain started to kick in.
She had to have major facial surgery.
I think my all-time favorite, you ever seen the Tejano singer that sachets right off the stage?
He's good.
That's the best one.
No, wait, does he keep going?
It's been so long, I don't even totally remember. But I remember he was just going, the music was happening. I think he tried to jump right back up onto the stage. I think is how he played that one off.
He's a performer.
Oh! He never recovered. He started doing a little skip with his feet, kind of like a river dance skip kind of thing, and he got him caught up, and then he went to the left and never recovered, and he went off the front of the stage.
He couldn't get his balance. He was sprinting backwards.
Aww.
Yeah, he was down for the count on that one. So there you go. Would you be able to sniff out a legit flight attendant and somebody who is a complete and total fraud?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Virginia, I think you probably have the best chance of doing this. Your sister used to be a flight attendant. You've told us all kinds of stories that they get from being a flight attendant. It's actually pretty amazing. From, just how they may hook up with pilots and things like that might happen. And you've always talked about the ladies of the evening that would fly into Vegas on special weekends and the such.
Well, there was a thing back in the day, too. If there was a new pilot and the flight attendants were into it, they would all get together and either all of them or one of them would flash him.
Really?
In the cockpits.
They would make
kind of like an
thing.
Initiation. Yeah.
Sure, that doesn't go on anymore.
I'm sure that had to stop.
Yeah.
This is back in the day.
The 90s probably, or early 2000 maybe.
Yeah, when it was more playful and free.
Wow.
Do people who work on the plane, do they ever hook up with passengers? Does that ever happen?
All the time.
So they're doing their thing, and all of a sudden they meet them at the bar?
A lot of times they start chatting on the plane. I mean, you're on the plane for hours. You don't have anything to do. The passengers are drinking. Everybody's getting a little loose.
We're having a good time.
It's got to be a tough pickup, though.
We've had so much fun in the back of planes with the flight attendants, like going to Vegas.
Right.
And we've had many a laugh and some great moments getting playful with the flight attendants. If Kev or whoever the dudes were that were traveling with us would have been single, I'm sure you could have hooked that up.
Yeah.
The Kevin Ralston would have.
Absolutely.
You think so, huh?
If he would have been single, he could have had his pick of these flight attendants. They were loving his act.
Kevin Mile High Rise Star. Yeah.
Could have been a performer.
I think you were back there like juggling and stuff.
I was. I put on, I had quite a...
Oh, these chicks were digging it.
Quite a show a couple times.
Youth, baby.
Yeah, youth. Oh, it's quite a card back in the day. All right, so here's what we got here. Denny's has given them the very interesting names of Harriet Quimby and Amelia Earhart. Okay. All right, here we go. So,
were those famous women pilots?
I'm not aware of Harriet Quimby.
I know Earhart. Quimby's lost me on.
Yeah.
Denny's, come explain yourself.
Yeah, who's this Harriet Quimby?
Did you have to Google that?
Well, I recognize the name when I Googled it. I saw a list of women who are famous for their aviation skills, but Harriet Quimby was the first woman to get a commercial pilot's license.
Oh,
okay.
Coming with the Quimby.
All right.
Yes, the more you know.
Cue the rainbow and the shooting star.
Good job, Denny.
This is like an education then, isn't it? How amazing. All right, so here we go. We're going to figure out which one is the legit flight attendant, Harriet or Amelia. All right. Hello, ladies. Welcome to the show.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Good. Okay. All right. The first question that I have here is, tell me about the scariest moment you have ever had being a flight attendant. What happened on the plane? Harriet, I'll ask you first. Your scariest moment being a flight attendant, what was it?
Scariest moment was my second week of work, and a fight broke out between two passengers, and it was just me and another girl, and we could not pull them apart.
Oh.
And I just didn't know what to do. I hadn't completed my self-defense training at that point. Like, there was a lot, like, I was just I was so green. And now I'm more prepared, and so no matter what happens, like, you know, we've sort of been there, done that.
Yeah.
But this was so scary because I just didn't expect it. And I don't know why. Like, they talk about this. Like, in training, we talk about it, but, yeah, this was a nightmare.
I get it. Yeah, when you're thrown into the mix, how do you deal with it?
Pretty convincing answer.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you sound adorable.
All right. Amelia, what about you? Amelia, your scariest moment as a flight attendant on a plane?
My scariest moment as a flight attendant on a plane was flying an international trip. Over the water, we hit really bad turbulence, and I actually was lifted off the ground and then, like, thrown back to the ground and then lifted back off the ground again. And I was completely in the back by myself, and the seatbelt sign was off, so the pilots didn't anticipate any kind of turbulence, and so no one was prepared for that, and I just kind of got, like, thrown around in the back a little bit, and that was probably the scariest time.
I can see that. You're being
turbulence.
thrown up and down, yeah.
We got turbulence.
I always assume that turbulence is going to get you. I leave that seatbelt on.
Okay. Virginia, what's your question here? Who is legit?
Tell me, ladies, what do you do if you think one of your passengers, much like myself, has been overserved?
Okay. All right, we made Harriet think first last time. We'll make Amelia think first this time. All right, Amelia, what is your answer?
If I ever think someone's been overserved and they keep asking for more, sometimes we just say, oh, like, hey, we're out of whatever they're asking for, or we'll kind of give them a placebo drink where they think there's alcohol in it, and there's absolutely none.
Oh, that's smart. Boy, I know that trick, huh?
You've done that to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know either. This drink's great.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Delicious.
Yeah. All right, Harriet, what about you?
Well, the first thing I know to do is to tell our team leader, whoever that might be, because like it's all hands on deck at that point. So we've got our eye on whoever that is, and then we give them snacks. It's the best way to do it. I mean, you really just want to sober them up because so many bad decisions get made.
Yeah.
When somebody's had one extra, you know, and that's on us. So we just have to make sure that when they come on the plane, we've eyeballed them anyway. So it's a little tricky, but you never know. Like their seatmate might have given them something, so it's just just something we have to look out for.
Okay, I got to tell you, after 2 questions, trying to find out which one of these 2 ladies is legit as a flight attendant, Harriet or Amelia, I don't know. It's neck and neck.
They're both doing great.
Yeah.
I think I know, though.
You think you know?
I do. I think my question's going to...
I think I've got a favorite right now who I think is a legit flight attendant. Let's see if your question breaks it open here, Jaybird.
Okay, we're going to do some role-playing here.
Okay.
The plane's having terrible turbulence, and we think we are going down. You have to make an announcement to the entire plane. You're letting us know what's going on, and you're trying to soothe us as well.
Okay, so the plane is about to crash, and everybody knows it, and you're going
turbulence. We don't know it. We know something's wrong. They got to come on the microphone. They got to do their airplane thing. They got to give their speech. I want to see who sounds the most official.
Okay, all right. It's a panicked moment. Harriet, what do you say on the intercom?
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. For your continued safety, we require that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. And then if it's really bad, then we just say, hey, everybody, hang in there, because that's the kind of airline we are.
Okay.
Hang in there? I wanted something else more comforting.
Good luck.
Hey, everybody, not looking good? All right.
Hang in there.
Yep.
Bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
I kind of want some more comforting words.
Hang in there.
If we're going down.
Okay, Amelia, let's hear what you sound like on the intercom. It's a distressed moment. People are a little bit panicked in the cabin of your airplane. You're the flight attendant. How do you calm them?
Yeah, so in situations like that, you keep it real short and sweet and simple because people usually panic. And
you say hang in there?
I got to hear I got to hear the role playing.
Yeah, you kind of repeat the same thing over and over. So you just say, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, stay down, head down, brace position, stay down, head down, brace position. And you just kind of repeat the same thing over and over.
Okay. So is it stay down, head down, brace position, or is it hang in there? That's pretty much what we're looking at here. Okay.
Who is that? The last one that was?
That was Amelia, who just answered the brace position. It was Harriet that had the hang in there. So which one of these two is the legit flight attendant?
What was the very first question? Was that?
The very first question was the scariest thing you've ever seen, and Harriet had answered about the fight, and Amelia was the one that talked about the turbulence.
Okay, I think I got my answer.
Like I said, the first two questions, very close. I had a slight separation. I feel it's Amelia, and it's not because of the hang in there. I kind of had Amelia in the slight lead, but I think Amelia Earhart is our legit flight attendant. What do you think, Virginia?
Well, these girls are good because initially I was convinced it was Harriet, but now I'm convinced it's Amelia. So I don't know what the hell's up or down.
Okay.
I think it's Amelia.
Okay, that's 2 for Amelia. What do you think, Jay Bird?
Definitely Harriet.
Definitely Harriet.
Definitely Harriet.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is right? Who's the legit flight attendant? Is it Harriet Quimby or Amelia Earhart? Now, we grilled them a second ago. We asked them about the scariest thing they saw ever on a plane, and Harriet talked about a fist fight that broke out and how tough that was. Amelia talked about crazy turbulence that had happened. Also talking about how they would deal with somebody who was overserved. Harriet said that they'd feed them snacks and try to distract them. And Amelia said sometimes we just gave them a placebo drink is what we would do. And then Jaybird did a little role playing with them, trying to calm people down. Harriet was like, hey, just best of luck to you.
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
That was Harriet who said that?
Harriet who said that. And Amelia was the one who was giving instructions about keeping your head down and assuming the position. So.
And you guys went with who?
We both went with Amelia, and you said it was definitely Harriet.
I want to change my answer. No, kidding.
He didn't understand the question.
I did. I'm locking into Harriet.
Okay. Amelia, 2 people think you're the actual flight attendant. Are we right or wrong?
You are right.
No!
We are right. Aha! Gene, I got it right. Jaybird lost.
I did.
Very nice. Harriet, you were fantastic, though. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. To be fair, I did hear a Southwest airline flight attendant tell me to hang in there. So that was personal experience.
Hang in there. You'll be all right. That's great. Well, nice work. Thank you so much on that. So, yeah, Amelia, are you a flight attendant currently? And if you are, how long you been doing it?
Yeah, so actually, I was one for about a year for a big company, and then I switched. So right now I'm in the process of switching companies. So currently I'm not, but I will be in about a month.
Okay. How often do you get hit on as a flight attendant?
It just really depends. Sometimes where you're flying. So, like, if you're flying to Disney, it's a lot of family, a lot of kids. But if you're flying to Vegas, you get a lot of Bachelor, Bachelorette parties. So it does happen. Sometimes it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it's 6 o'clock at night. But passengers can be very, very friendly and forward.
Mm-hmm. Friendly.
Have you ever gotten a number or hooked up with anybody by doing that?
I have not. So actually, they suggest we don't tell people where we stay on our layovers. It's usually like flight attendants hooking up with pilots, believe it or not, or other flight attendants. Yeah. A lot of flight attendants have different boyfriends and girlfriends in different cities, and there have been some crazy stories between flight attendants and pilots, like in the flight deck and whatnot.
How often does that happen where you know that
not as often as you think.
Okay. All right. Well, some fascinating stuff. You guys got any questions you want to shoot at Amelia?
If you were attracted to somebody and you were single and they were hitting on you and they're like, hey, I'd like to maybe go get a drink with you, would you do it, do you think?
Maybe. Yeah, I think it's situational who it is. And we get like a flight manifest. So a lot of times we think we see someone and we'll actually Google people's names on flight.
But you would do it. Okay, well, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can totally Google them and find out everything about them before you even sit down for the drink.
Yeah.
I love it. That's smart.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff. Well, Amelia, you were fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on with us today.
Of course.
The hooking up might slow down, though, because of the corona.
Yeah, I think it might just slow down, and period. I think that back, like when my sister was in the game, she would tell me all kind of stories.
Do you think your sister was ever?
No, because she was married when she was a flight attendant. She was married when she was 17 years old, so she got married young.
Illegal?
What, getting married at 17?
I don't know, is it?
The fact that,
yeah, I think it is.
The fact that you don't know is
I don't
alarming.
know. I was a bridesmaid. I don't know.
She was 17 when she got married?
I think so. 17, maybe.
18 I get, because that's legal. I don't know. I don't know the rule. Because you grew up with the backwoods, right? Okay.
The back, yeah. 17? Why'd she wait so long?
Man, she's so old.
Yes.
Can she still reproduce?
Wow. Okay. It's like a daily game of fact or fiction. Talk about this coronavirus, and you're like going, okay, is that a fact? Is that fiction? A lot of people don't believe anything that they're hearing. 41% of people said that they're not the least bit concerned, and they haven't done anything to even prepare for the coronavirus. They're just like, whatever. Just tell me when I got to get alarmed.
I mean, I haven't really prepared. I mean, I'm washing my hands a little bit more, but that's all I've done.
Yeah.
Ask Italy how it's going.
Yeah. Oh,
Now's the time to go get some pizza. Ain't no one there. No lines.
No, there's no. Well, the city's shut down. Like every city's shut down.
Yeah.
Like, they have don't come out of your house, and they have police stopping people.
So nothing is open. You can't even get if you want to go to the store to get some.
There's like
some
a
bear
6 o'clock.
claws.
There's like a 6 o'clock curfew. There's all kind of crazy stuff. No tourists are there at all. They were showing pictures of all the places that are usually packed with tourists on the news last night. There's nobody there.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy if we did follow the path of what went on in Italy. And I heard one expert yesterday saying, hey, 3 weeks ago in Italy, everything was cool. And he said, look how quickly it picked up. So you might see the same thing in the U.S.
Are they alluding in 3 weeks it's going to be a ghost town?
Yeah. That's what they're alluding.
That's
saying
what
it could.
one person is saying. And so, I mean, you just have to listen to what everybody's saying and figure out what you believe.
But this one person, is this the one that everyone's... Is it kind of like a Chicken Little Penny Henny kind of a situation? The sky is falling.
I don't know this person, but, I mean, people in Italy... Quite a few weeks ago, we're like, it's no big deal. Now it's shut down.
Well, and that's the issue. Even if, you could still be like, I don't believe in this coronavirus stuff. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. And if your government is telling you this is a big deal, you have to stay inside, it is going to affect you. Because I was just reading that if you break a coronavirus quarantine in the U.S., you could end up behind bars.
Good.
That would affect you.
If you have it and you go out in public, you are a jerk off. And you should be put in jail, actually. If they tell you you have it and then you go out in public and come in contact with people, you should be punched in the face.
We had a kid in high school back in the day, had chicken pox. Knew had chicken pox, still went to school. Not cool.
No, it's not cool.
It's not cool.
You're infecting people. And you're just evil.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't be doing it. In fact, the CDC says that isolation for public health purposes may be voluntary or compelled by federal, state, or local public health order. Many cases of quarantine or isolation have been recommended without the force or law. I know in the state of Ohio, I think they had done this, and some are listening, some are not. They've got the MAC basketball men's tournament's going to be played in Cleveland without fans, so they're not going to be allowing them in. The University of Cincinnati canceled their spring game. Right now, Ohio State still has their schedule to go on, but that's what they're doing in Ohio, saying, hey, please cancel any public events.
The town New Rochelle, which is just outside of New York City. In fact, a lot of people commute into New York from there. That town is on shut down. That's where that lawyer that infected hundreds of people lives. And they say he infected so many people just from himself, but he kept trying to go and get tested, and they kept sending him home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this corona, the first thing we need to shut down clearly is the dirt. The dirt of the day.
Quarantine yourself from it.
We got to stop that thing.
Yes.
It already got World Record Wednesday.
You're right.
It got shut down. Coronavirus.
Your bid is broke.
I sent Kevin some more emails.
He ignored them.
He hasn't responded.
He's not going to respond.
Well, we're approaching the 9 o'clock hour.
Well, you tried to say,
I've had a busy show, man.
What about Thursday? Kevin's like, no. Get out of here with that.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, Virginia. World Record Wednesday just rolls right off the tongue. Yeah, so some of the fact fiction stuff that is going on. Apparently, there is a rumor that was going around that Harry Potter got it. That is fake.
Oh, it's fake.
That is fake. Yes, Daniel Radcliffe.
Have we
His
done a
rep says he
welfare
does
check?
not have the coronavirus, but a fake BBC Twitter account was spreading that he did. Yeah. No word on if it was caused by
That'll affect your ability to get acting gigs.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody thinks you have the corones. Ain't nobody hiring you.
Some of the other false rumors that are floating around out there. You cannot cure yourself by drinking bleach. That is going around.
But if you think that you can, maybe you should.
Yeah, it's just, you're right.
Come on.
Are you saying help out the coronavirus?
Stop being so dumb.
So don't drink bleach. That's out there. Pleasuring yourself is not going to keep you from getting the coronavirus.
Because I feel great.
You'd be impenetrable, Jay Bird.
I feel great.
Yes. Or doing a bunch of cocaine. That actually is out there as well. Those three things aren't necessarily keeping you from the coronavirus.
The coke dealers would love it, though.
Yes. France even had to issue a warning this week that doing coke will not rid you of the virus. It was so prevalent in that country. Oh, oui, oui.
The coke dealers probably started that
Who's dumber, the bleach people or the coke people?
They're both pretty stupid. It's a toss-up.
Sacre bleu. That's what they're doing. They say that according to a new study, if you want to know how long it takes from exposure to symptoms for the coronavirus, it's taking an average of 5.1 days.
Okay.
So that's how long it's taken. So maybe if they do start doing quarantines, maybe they'll lower them. Because I know a lot of people are talking about doing like a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, most quarantines are for 2 weeks, they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
My friend who went on a cruise, I don't know why, over the leap year holiday, he went to go back to work. I told you this yesterday, but Bird, you didn't hear this. He went back to work yesterday. They told him to go home. Don't come.
Leave us alone, corones.
Yeah. And finally, with kids, there's a 3-year-old in Florida that's now tested positive for the coronavirus.
Well, that was the big thing, earlier in the week. They were like, no kids got it. No kids got it. Now, like, a couple of kids got it.
Yeah.
There's a 7-year-old in the Bronx and a 3-year-old in Florida. So it's not like, oh, kids have some special barrier. No,
Right.
they don't.
They're not immune. Okay. Well, there you go. That is your corona fact or fiction. Now, I know the other day on the show we were talking about preventative measures that you can take to try to stay away from the coronavirus. 15% of people, they say, have stockpiled on hand sanitizer, and 20% are avoiding public places. 7% have bought face masks. A lot of people are trying to avoid touching their face, and they say that the average person is touching their face like 24 times an hour.
It's true, and we never thought about it until we sat in here.
Oh, look who's touching their face.
We sat in here and tried not to do it purposefully, and you touch your face so much.
Yeah.
I do. I know I do.
Yeah.
I'm Italian.
We
I'm
all do.
I'm always using my hands a lot.
Yeah.
I'm always fiddling.
So we realized just how much we did it because we actually counted ourselves, and now we're going to do a sudden death, and we're going to try to cure one person of it for 1 hour. All right, draw the card. Lowest card gets strapped with the shock collar. You get shocked every time you touch your face for the next hour.
Oh, my God.
I missed this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when I blow World Record Wednesday.
Yeah. Replace with shot collars.
Virginia looks sort of happy.
I'm not as sad as I was last time.
And by the way, we'll need our audience to help us patrol this on KVJ TV. You can go watch, and if you notice that we missed where the loser touched their face, get it out of the way right now. You can touch your face here for a second. Last chance. Touch your face. Okay.
Who do you want to get shocked? Who do you want to lose?
You.
I wasn't talking to you, Witchy. I was talking to our boss, Kevin.
Oh, I hate to see anybody lose, but ultimately this might save your life. Might help, train you to not touch your face so much.
He's got a smirk on his face. That means he's got a good. I'm telling you, he's got a good card.
He's got
You're
a
right.
smug
Ace.
card.
He's got an ace.
Oh.
God. I could tell just by the way his face.
Just
looked.
my essence.
Oh, you're smug.
My hair picked up. Everything was just, yeah.
An ace, Virginia.
Yeah.
The smuggest card in the deck.
Yeah.
You can't get smug again.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Oh.
I feel pretty confident.
He won't get the corones. He's too smug.
Yeah. You think the corone's gonna attack hair like that? Hell no.
It can't. It would be like, nah, we can't get him.
Virginia, what card did you draw here?
I drew a 9.
Oh, Denny's. Oh, sweet Denny's. The fix is in.
All right, Denny's. Denny's or Bird? Let's see. What do you got there, Denny's?
Oh, I got a king.
Oh my gosh, Bird.
It's between the witch and the bitch. Damn it!
Okay. Jaybird, you got a beat at 9 here. You're going to be strapped with the shot collar.
Oh,
Shocked every time. And you by far touch your face on the show more than anybody. We actually did this the other day when we did a test run on it.
Oh, please, universe. Just once work out.
You were like 37 in an hour. Okay. Jaybird, you got...
I got a 3. A 3.
How? We all got the highest card.
I got an ace. Oh, give me a... This is some crap.
You picked your card.
Oh.
How could it be rigged against you unless you're doing it?
I don't know.
All right, so keep an eye on KVJ TV. Denny's going to be strapping Bird up with the shot collar. Every time he touches his face, he gets shocked for the next hour.
This is awesome.
Until the show
I
ends.
thought sudden death was dead.
This really worked out great.
Oh, no, it's back to life.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Jaybird's complaining. Your mic is on.
Sorry. That's Kevin's fault.
Well,
oh my God!
Oh, jeez. Oh.
That, please, Suits, tell me you got that.
Oh my gosh.
What's that?
My
Bird-
gosh.
Bird's wrapped up in his cables.
Oh, my goodness. Jaybird just flipped backwards in his chair. He wrapped his
I was putting the
computer-
controller down.
His computer was wrapped up around his feet, and he just ripped his laptop off the table. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was captured on KVJ TV.
Oh,
good job, Suits.
My gosh.
We're going to have to do an instant replay and turn that into...
That was your boy. He was testing it.
The button was sticking, and I
Who
got
hit
it.
the button, mijo?
What were you doing, Denny's?
Well, so it doesn't usually work because it sometimes gets stuck, so I was making sure it was in there.
It's in there.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm a little shook. Is my computer okay? Oh,
I don't know.
She did not see that one coming.
It's like someone ejected me out of my seat.
It's like we have one of those flip chairs.
I took every piece of equipment down with me.
What's great, I'm watching the replay, and Denny's is untangling you from your headphone and computer cords
My
in the
headphones
corner.
are broke.
Oh, jeez.
I can't hear anything out of my left ear.
You broke them?
Yeah, I broke them.
Oh.
All right, we're going to have to repost that. If you were watching, listen to the radio, yeah.
Those are good headphones.
Those are nice headphones. It's,
Dang.
Man, things turn so quickly.
Those are brand new.
We were laughing like 10 minutes ago. I mean, we're still laughing, but different things.
oh, jeez.
Oh, rats.
Oh, rats.
Dang, that worked quick.
That worked quick.
Wow. Boy, just amazing how this show can just turn in a second, huh? Wow. Okay.
As you were.
Okay. All right, we've been talking a little bit about the coronavirus here as we're watching Jaybird. Oh, you just touched your face.
Oh, my God. I forgot that it was. Oh, jeez. I broke the headphones. I forgot. Hold on, man.
It's instant. Kevin told me I have to do it instantly.
Oh, my God. This is not going to... Oh, this is terrible.
Kevin said if I don't do it fast, then I get shocked.
Oh,
He
my...
touched his face, and then he stomped on his now broken headphones.
I mean, I stomped on
I
it.
mean, they are twice broken. They're going to be in just complete shambles by the end of the show.
Brother can't get a countdown up in here?
Kevin said I have to hit it immediately.
Okay, all right, Kevin said. Mr. Ace, yeah. I hope you're watching this, Mom and Ann. I hope you're seeing this.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
If it's possible to be pissed in heaven, they are.
Oh.
I can't hear it. I double broke my headphones. They don't even work.
Double broke.
I don't have headphones anymore.
Man. Wow, okay.
You sound real tore up, Kev.
Wow.
My name is Ace, and I'm on a case. I've been born and raised in the Fillmore, in which we call it the Phil, no more.
That's right, my boy Ace. All right, Bird, y'all ready? You settled? Let's get into this. His headphones don't
You ready?
work.
Oh. You might as well not even put them on then.
You're just you're just all tangled up in like. Oh boy, yeah.
Oh, he just touched your face.
He touched your face again.
No.
I can't keep up.
I broke my headphone 3 times. I broke them 3 times.
You gotta stop touching your face.
Look how broken those headphones are now.
I seriously broke my headphones 3 different times.
I can't shock you fast enough.
You gotta stop yelling at me while I'm in so much pain. You got to. How does that happen?
Wow. Look at those things.
That's different
You ripped
level.
the whole headphone
These are so nice.
They were.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll get through this here. All right, let's just regroup. Okay, we're just gonna put them in the trash. Okay. Okay, all right. Jay's gonna find some more headphones.
He's gotta go pull himself together.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's back in. Okay. All right.
Denny's headphones.
Uh-oh. Denny's, did you kiss your headphones
Denny's,
goodbye?
Oh, did you keep that warranty on those?
Come in here and kiss them goodbye.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got Jaybird settled now. He's got headphones on that are working. We hope. Oh, okay. They're loud, huh? Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's settle in here for the whacked out news now.
Whew.
Okay. Well, listen to this. Talking coronavirus here. It's a big hot topic here today. There's just a mayor of a small French town on Tuesday that is having to defend himself. He decided, despite the warnings, to go on and host the record-breaking gathering of 3,500 people dressed as Smurfs.
I mean, if they're telling you not to gather in large groups, what the hell are you doing?
The gathering came a day before France banned all gatherings of more than 1,000 people in a bid to contain the spread of the coronavirus, which has now affected 1,400 people and killed 25 in France. And he's like, nope, Smurfs are more important. Yeah, so there you go. It's not being well received.
You got to listen to the experts and do what they tell you, and your Smurf record can be broken at a later date, you dummy.
Yeah, I don't know. Must have been a Smurfy time of year. I don't know, Virginia. What's going on?
My computer's broke.
Oh, geez,
Oh,
no.
no.
Yeah, my brand new computer is broke.
Oh, my gosh.
It took a hard fall.
Wow.
It is done.
Oh, no. Oh, maybe we can
Went by another computer.
snap that one back in.
This is my weird and whatever. This is how I run my TV at my house for weird and whatever.
Uh-oh.
We may not have a show tonight.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's just get through. We've got 1 hour. Oh, you touched your face.
Just do it. I did. No, gosh. Oh, okay. What level do you have it on?
3.5.
Okay, all right.
It's not even that high.
Okay, I'll send the woman who's never taken a shock. All right. Calm down, bro.
Oh, touch your face.
Oh, man, it is so broke.
Okay, you only got 50 minutes left.
Only 50? That's
You know
so
what?
long.
We just need to all probably just punt and regroup here. Let's just
I'm sorry.
let's just get our bearings.
What am I apologizing for?
Okay. A guy who probably would have loved to show up to the Smurfy event in France, a Canadian guy, has tattooed his entire body turquoise. He looks blue
Interesting.
now.
Huh. It's
Yeah.
a look.
He said his obsession started when his sister inked part of his leg and foot in turquoise in 2017. He liked the color and thought it looked beautiful. And he said that he used to lack confidence and felt isolated. But now apparently he loves the body art and he's free to be his new blue self.
Oh, good for him.
That's kind of weird. Becoming blue actually made him happy.
Huh.
He's no longer blue.
Well,
but he
whatever
is.
it takes. You found your thing, pumpkin.
There you go. Well, as soon as we conquer the coronavirus, we got something on deck. Several new species of bacteria related to chlamydia have been discovered deep in the Arctic Ocean.
Oh, my gosh.
A new
What?
chlamyds?
This is the super chlamydia you were talking about.
Yes. Now we're going to have to do a bit where we shock Jaybird every time he touches his face so he doesn't get chlamydia.
No, that was the super guns. They had super gonorrhea. You had a story about super gonorrhea, which was supposed to be way worse, I thought, than AIDS.
I don't know. Who knows?
And now
Something's
there's
gonna
super
get us.
chlamydia on top of that?
Something's going to get us.
Monkeys with herpes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Drug smugglers tried to sneak cocaine into the U.S. using golf clubs. Customs and Border Protection officers said they intercepted the 9 golf clubs at a mail facility in Miami. The clubs, which came from Colombia, That's red flag number one. We're destined for New York, and apparently had cocaine stuffed into the shafts of the clubs. Total weight of the cocaine, only 1.14 pounds. What are the street values of that? Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bird, come
That's your
on.
Okay.
Stop touching your face.
I didn't even know I did it.
See, we're gonna save you from the coronavirus. There's a woman in Louisiana got arrested after she posted bail for somebody. The bail money smelled like marijuana, and the cops found drugs when they searched her. Big dummy.
The money smelled like marijuana?
Yeah, apparently so.
And they were like,
Yeah.
What if your money smells like cocaine?
Yeah, probably, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
Probable cause.
Know many people use cocaine with the money?
They roll it up, snort it.
Can you itch my nose for me?
Oh, that's tough. You know what you
Yes,
need to do?
but I can only use a black marker.
Yeah, I think that's what. Oh, no. You put the cap on it, Virginia. That's going to be a problem.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's the lesson. You got to try to find something that's disinfected if you're going to ever scratch your face.
Thanks, Kev. You guys are so helpful.
Yeah. Well, this is just, this is a very valuable lesson we got going on here. Oh, yeah, it's scratching your face with the microphone. It won't get you shocked, but it will get you a virus.
You get that super chlamyds from that microphone.
I hope not. My gosh.
Okay. All right. Well, we've only got 45 minutes left here. Jaber gets shocked every time he touches his face. He drew the lowest card in sudden death.
We've already shocked him 12 times, Kevin.
It's only 6. Yeah.
I'm
only
afraid
6
I'm
times.
afraid to do anything.
Okay. Well, we got people watching on KVJ TV. We'll check during the commercials. When we come back, will Jaybird have been shocked? We'll let you know.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Don't pay more. Save thousands on low mileage 2016 through 19 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Offleaseonly.com.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Well, I got to tell you, in the last 20 minutes, Jaybird has touched his face about 7 times. He's broken his computer, headphones, and he just threw his phone. It's just crazy. We did sudden death. Trying to break ourselves of touching our face, Jaybird was the worst offender of this when we did a test run on the show earlier this week, and then we did a sudden death. Whoever drew the lowest playing card got strapped up with the shot collar to do it. It's amazing how much you touch your face. The average person, 2 dozen times an hour. No, you're good. You're good. You're in there. You're very aware, though. It's creating the awareness. You're going to snap yourself with this. Might save your life.
I feel so itchy right now. I just want to.
I know.
When you realize how much you touch your face, it is alarming.
It really is. And it drives you insane. I mean, if this really becomes something that, you're like, okay, you got to watch this. People are getting it like crazy. I'd lose my mind. Some people are losing their mind. I saw on the news yesterday. Did you see the people that were getting off the boats, the cruise ships? At least 2 Grand Princess cruise ship passengers I saw as they were disembarking yesterday were already lawyering up, and they're going to be suing the cruise line for more than $1 million in damages.
Well, what they're saying is the boats knew that they had coronavirus on them because they had employees with it.
Okay.
And that they did not take care and precaution to prevent the next batch of people that got on that same boat from catching it, because that's exactly how it spread.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if you know there's the corones on the boat, and then you let new people get on the boat before you've killed all the corones, I think they have a case.
By the way, we're starting to get a lot of hate, me and you, for abbreviating diseases.
I'm not new to hate, so do I look scared?
No, I don't think anyone thinks you're scared. I just pass it on that people are annoyed by us.
Hate on. I like to abbreviate. Kill me.
Yeah, Suits, I know, is tweeting out about some of the cruise stuff that is going on. Caribbean Princess and Regal Princess, all clear. It looks like the Grand Princess is the only American-based ship that has had an outbreak.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, latest from Suits, so that'll minimize the damages. Got an email from Ingrid, and listen to this situation. Her mom, she's 78 years old, and she left for a 113-day around-the-world cruise on the Princess Pacific at the start of January from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my. So that was before we really realized how serious this was.
Yes. And now the problem is they're on this boat, and nobody around the world will take them in. So they're just a ship afloat on the ocean with no ports.
Around the world in 90 days. 80 days.
113. Yeah.
Oh, no, you touched your face.
I think that's 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, by the way, I've seen you guys touch your face so much.
I know.
I can't stop touching my face.
Kevin was all up in his beard.
Now I'm thinking about it because
would be.
I'm watching you, and it makes me touch it more.
I'd probably be there too. It's just I didn't draw the 3.
Oh, so smug.
He drew the best card.
What a smug winner. Gosh.
Ace Ralston.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Is
Ah!
yeah. Sorry. All right. Do we have handcuffs?
Yeah, that actually might be a good idea.
No.
Something tells me you've got some at home with fur on them.
Turn your headphones. You caught your laptop on your feet. Check your phone.
I keep on sitting on my hands, but it kind of hurts my butt.
Yeah, so she said that my mom says whatever happens, she doesn't get a say, so she's just trying to enjoy herself. No one is sick on board, and most are in good spirits now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to happen eventually to their food supply and everything? Like, they were probably going to stop at different ports along the way and
maybe
replenish.
You know
Good
the answer
question.
to that. You know the answer.
What?
You ever see the movie Alive?
They start eating each other?
If you can't get off the boat,
Wow.
you start eating each other.
Well, tell your mom not to look delicious.
If we were in that situation, you guys absolutely can eat me first. I honestly believe my skin would be the most delicious out of the KVJ
Oh, there's no
crew.
doubt you're the
No
most
doubt.
delicious one on the show.
I would not eat you unless you died.
Yeah, that's what. Well, yeah, I don't want you to eat me alive. That'd be horrifying. My arm, Virginia.
But do you help them along, or do you wait till he naturally expires, Virginia?
Naturally expire.
Oh,
I could
okay.
never kill the bird.
Yeah, I'm telling you, go with the back fat.
Okay.
I think we eat your butt/back fat.
I don't got that much meat on my butt.
I'll be the judge of that.
Got to go upper thigh.
Okay.
How up?
Oh, yeah, he touched his face. Oh.
All right, we got to. Okay. Oh, I can't bring it. Headphones.
There went another pair of headphones. You have to 12 times now, I believe. Yeah. Just on my
Are
count.
you turning that up?
No. It's at 3.7.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't mean to be distracting. I feel like I'm kind of derailing the show.
I barely
over
even
here.
noticed. And boy, this is tough. They say that the MGM Resort International has shut down all buffets. Bellagio, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, the Mirage, Luxor, and the Excalibur. No more buffets in Vegas.
When you start cutting out the food, that's when the bird starts to panic.
Wow.
I was thinking about that yesterday as I was at Whole Foods picking up some food for the kids. It's so exposed, guys. It's just a buffet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, come
It
on.
made sense. Yeah, when you said that, I'm like, it makes sense they shouldn't be, but they don't seem to be.
Before the coronavirus even hit, people milling around the buffet can be gross. I told you about that old guy who farted right on the food at the buffet.
You should have punched him.
I mean, we were mad. We still ate, but we were not pumped about it.
That should actually require jail time.
I agree with you.
Yes, in your own cell.
Yes.
All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, they did a survey on what TV shows should be brought back. What I liked about this, too, they even asked which ones they brought back that they shouldn't have. Let you know the results next.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear. Looking for what's going on in South Florida? Sign up for our KVJ E-Blast and stay connected.
Well, we're looking at the conservative estimate here. Jaybird has touched his face 16 times in the last 35 minutes, cruising well over the average. But who knows?
Well, it's not affecting my performance at all.
Barely even notice it.
You're not rattled a bit.
Barely even notice it. Yeah.
I think I broke these headphones, y'all.
Oh,
I think I broke
no.
a second pair.
But your sweet Elvis glasses are on point.
Well, yeah, we got to say thank you very much. Conor, Baby Chicken Biscuit, they came in. They're visiting us from Memphis. They're down here for spring break. And they brought in some Elvis sideburns, which I think actually are itching Jaybird's face. So Yeah, so he put on the Elvis sideburns, and they're now itching his face more, and he gets shocked because he lost sudden death. We're trying to train everybody not to touch their face because of the coronavirus. And okay, he's trying to scratch his face with the microphone. That's that noise.
Y'all touch your faces a lot.
We do. I know we do because when you
I know I am.
When you consciously start thinking about it, you realize I touch my face a lot.
Yeah. Somebody texted in and said, saving Jaybird from the coronavirus with a shock collar because you can't get the virus if you die from a head wound while flopping around from electrical shocks. It's a good point, yes. So
everyone's got little quips, little things to say.
Well, in the process of flipping around from the shocks, he's ripped his laptop off the table. He's snapped through one pair of headphones, broken the second, and thrown his smartphone across the studio. So, KVJ TV, people are in there just watching you. Make sure you don't touch your face.
I am not touching my phone. I put my phone away. It's been kidnapped.
Okay.
Because
Probably
the
a good thing.
we shocked him one of the times, and he threw the phone across the room.
Well, I have to take my laptop in to get it fixed now, which will be fun.
Yes. Just a lot
Sounds
going on
affordable.
here.
I love doing errands.
Uh-oh. In 3, 2, 1, bring in the pain.
Okay. That was a half a shock.
You want another?
No.
People are saying in the chat room I should turn it up, so I did.
Okay.
Ugh, I hate bits where she's got power.
Oh, she's got so much power going on right now. Well, they did a survey where they asked about the shows that you want to come back, because there are so many shows that they're bringing back, and then sometimes they bring shows back when we realize, wait, I didn't really want that back after all. Will and Grace made that list of the show they brought back, and they're going, I don't know if we should have.
Murphy Brown was another one.
Yeah, brought it back.
Terrible.
It did terrible. People didn't want to see that. And actually, the show that people said that we brought back that they most didn't want you to bring back was American Idol. 40% of people said it on that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's still here.
Is The Voice, is that the one to do now? That's the cool show?
Seems to be the biggest singing show out there.
The Voice and America's Got Talent still, I think, people watch. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the American Idol.
Well, we did when Katy Perry fainted.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Fake story.
What do you think is number one on this poll they had on the show that people want to bring back the most?
Bird, The Office.
You just touched your face.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, she raised it. Oh, good Lord. The Office, number one. Bet, guarantee it.
Guarantee it? You want to bet a shock on it? No.
I don't.
Okay. It's a good choice.
I almost did.
Yeah. It's not The Office. No, that is... in fact, I'm looking at that, and in their survey, it's not really even up in the top 10. Believe it or not. They've got a tie between MASH and ER. They say both
MASH?
with 30%. Yeah.
Who's voting? Our grandparents?
I was too young to even remember that show, and I am not a young guy now.
My mom watched it, and I couldn't get into it because I was so little.
Everyone we're talking about is old.
Yeah. I don't know if I buy that. Friends was, I guess, now third. 25%. They had Seinfeld, Parks and Recreations was out there.
That's weird.
Somebody said Golden Girls. That'd be kind of challenging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it, though.
You could do it with like a young cast, but then it would be like cheesy and dumb.
It would be dumb.
How I Met Your Mother, which they had a pretty much definite ending on that, is on the list. You've got Lost. I thought people were tired of that show by the end.
I don't know. There was some people who liked it.
I was confused by it.
Yeah, but that's not your cup of soda anyway.
No.
And then they got Friday Night Lights on there. 9% of people want to see that show come back. And I love that show. It was great. I think it was like maybe 3 seasons, something like that. And it ended great. I don't want to see any more. I was content. I walked away. I'm like, oh, that was such a lovely little thing. And I liked it. That was good enough. That's all I needed.
Would I like that show?
Friday Night Lights, you might. I like it. And the reason why I like it is I love football. And I like small towns, small Texas town.
You love college ball and high school ball.
Reminded me of my hometown. Reminded me of the love of college or high school football that I got. So, but it is good.
Your hand is so close to your face. I can't see.
I know.
From this
He's
angle.
technically not touching. I know. Virginia's
He's messing with me.
very obsessed with what you got going on over there.
I know, it's great.
Okay, yeah.
I
I know.
love it. I love
She's
it.
even more obsessed with you than normal.
Love when I have her full attention.
Watching you, Pennington.
Yeah.
Watching you.
Okay. Got a lot of interesting things going on here. It's very busy. A lot of busy things happening here. Got guests coming in. We got Jaybird and Elvis Sideburns. He's getting shocked. All kinds of good stuff is going on here today. Just crazy. Got people in the chat room. They are watching Jaybird to make sure that he does not touch his face. Sudden death. We did right at about 8:50. So right before the end of the show is when it is going to go off here. And every time he touches his face, he is getting shocked by the shot collar. You know, you're actually doing pretty well. I think you're on a good run. Right now, I've only got the tally is at just 17.
Because I'm using my mind now.
I think it's just what it's going to take.
You can't penetrate this.
When he touches his face most is when you get him telling like a story. If he starts talking and gets on a little bit of a roll, he cannot help himself. It's like punctuation. He's got to touch his face at the end of what he's saying.
I ain't going to tell you any of my stories.
That's how he ends a sentence. He touches his face.
Yes.
I do a lot. I don't even realize it.
So that's the trick. Good news is I see what you're doing right now. That's a good little tactic. You got one hand holding down the other, it looks like. Yes. That is a good plan.
Restrain yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know about restraints, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's into that little freaky stuff.
Oh, why don't you pipe down? You know nothing about me, Siddiqui.
Whatever. I've seen the pictures.
Oh, you touched your face. Yeah. Yep.
It didn't work.
It didn't work?
I got to be honest.
Okay.
It did not work.
Let's try it again. 3, 2, 1.
It worked.
Okay.
She has pumped it up, too.
Are we using it too much? And it's like, now it's like...
Honestly, that shot collar's got to be tired. I mean, it's fired off 18 times now.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
You're telling me when you're doing it before you were just doing it. That's what... Don't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to not tell you.
I'm just saying.
Don't tell me what to not tell you. Well, coming up here, I know we've got the elections are going to be happening. I believe it is on Tuesday, the 17th. You can do the mail-in ballots. Very easy to do. I've already sent mine in. There is a Parks and Recs bond issue that is out there. You know, I've got, I believe in recreational sports and a big fan of that. That's what, to me, voting is all about, is you dictate things that happen in your community. If you don't vote, and you'd be like, going, they shut down all the parks.
You had a sports show. Of course you vote for sports.
Yeah.
What are you voting for? What are they trying to ban?
Well, it was about a bond to try to get more money for the parks, and I believe in. I think it's great. I think when kids have stuff to do, they go out there, and not only they run around, they're playing, they're getting some sunshine, but they're out there and learning discipline and things like that. Oh, it's fantastic. You know, you played ball back in the day, Bird. So we all believe in that. That's the importance of going out and voting. So
okay.
I did that. In fact, you don't have to go out and vote. You can stay in and vote. If you're worried about the coronavirus, I stood right in my kitchen. I went dink and I went dink, and I went on ahead and I just, voted like that.
You voted with your dink?
I just went dink and dink.
What kind of voting system they got these days?
Will you take a video
good.
next time you vote? I want to see that.
So we got the Palm Beach County Supervisors of Elections. They've stopped by today just to kind of remind everybody to make sure that you go out and do your voting.
Hello, ladies. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
All right, clean this place up here. Sorry, I wasn't expecting company.
Want me to touch your face for you?
Literally a pigsty.
Yeah, you could use that assistance. Yes. Okay, come on in here. Yeah, so welcome. And I was just talking about the voting. I already got mine in the mail. It's all good to go. Yeah.
Excellent. Then
so
it's
I'm out there.
probably already been tabulated.
Is that kind of how it works? Yeah, just to let people know. Oh, boy. Jaybird broke the mic.
What are you doing? Denny's? Jaybird broke the guest mic.
Will you calm down? Sorry. We got to get our house in order.
Oh, look at that mic.
My house looks fine.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay.
All right. It's Jody.
She came in to do a radio interview and he broke her mic.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a rough day.
Yeah.
I'm having a rough day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you touched your face.
Stupid. So voting.
It's dangerous to be here.
Well, yeah, it is. We're learning a couple valuable lessons. We're learning about voting, and because of the coronavirus, be aware, don't touch your face.
Exactly.
Because Doc Oz will tell you, and ironically, they actually postponed Doc Oz's health seminar So you can only find out by us. He was going to be doing that thing at the convention center, and I heard my wife's like, yeah, they had to postpone that because of the coronavirus. So you're going to watch. So we're learning a lot of valuable lessons here. Yeah. And the one is to let people know. Now, everything just showed up in my mail, and I just opened up an envelope, and I was like, oh, boom, boom, boom. I had 3 votes, and then I mailed it back off, and it was that easy. Is that easy for everybody?
It is that easy, yeah. Especially this year, we have prepaid postage.
Okay.
So you don't even have to go figure out how much you're going to pay or get your stamp on there. You do it, boom, seal it up. Actually, you shouldn't lick it now. You just need to wet it. Seal it up, throw it back in the mail, or you can drop it. We have early voting going on right now.
Okay.
So we have 16 early voting sites, and at each one of those, we have a drop box.
Touch your face, Bird.
Yeah.
And 3, 2, 1.
I was trying not to move.
So I'm standing beside him. I can just whack him.
I felt hurt.
He
hits me before I get shot.
If you see him going for his face,
block
my arm.
Yeah, but you can go to one of the 16 early voting sites. We also have drop boxes there for people who have vote by mail but didn't want to put it in the mailbox. They can bring it by one of the voting sites and drop it off there. There's no lines at early voting now.
I know. That's so awesome. You guys make it so easy. Yeah, you're right. Because, people anymore, they don't want any kind of inconvenience. They don't want ever. And you guys are just...
We want to make it easy. We even put, I hope you noticed, and I can't believe you didn't proudly wear it, but we have a I voted by mail sticker.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, right.
You know what? My kids probably took it.
Oh, yeah.
Just touch your face.
We'll get you a new one. That's funny.
Is it fact or fiction? Are you allowed to go vote if you have a couple wines in you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We allow drunk voting. Yeah, no problem.
Happens quite frequently. Yeah.
You can't control what people do.
Yeah, you know what? We
Very
just want to
nice.
get you in there. We want your vote to count. We want you to be thinking about what you're doing, but we'll take you anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I was just talking about the parks bond that is out there. That's something I could vote on.
That's on your municipality,
Yeah,
right? We have
and
20 municipalities with elections. So
Right.
So each one's different.
But I know sometimes people think it's just like, oh, I can't stand politicians and blah, blah, blah. But even if you don't like any politician you see, go look for the things that affect your community.
Right. We have questions. Some of the cities have questions this time.
And then you complain because you're like, going, I hate this. Shut down all the parks. And you're going, well, dummy, go vote.
Go vote for it. Yeah. That's what you're looking for.
More parks, more restaurants.
You're not voting for restaurants. It's private enterprise.
Why don't you just, in front of company, Virginia? You're going to dress me down in front of company?
Oh, yes, you will.
But if you didn't already get your vote by mail ballot, you can come in, you can send somebody in, or you can come into our office and pick one up still. So even if you didn't get one mailed to you, if you want to come to our office, you can ask for one over the counter.
Very nice.
And that way you don't have to go to one of the polling locations.
Yeah.
Or if you're not feeling well and you have a friend or family member, you can download an affidavit from our website saying that you're giving somebody permission to come pick up your vote by mail ballot for you. And then they can bring it to you and you can vote. You can stick it. We have, if you don't want to come inside with people, we have an outside drop box at our main office. Like I say, or you can go to any one of the 16 locations throughout the county.
Question.
We're trying really hard to make it easy.
I have a voting question.
Sure.
If I threw out my back and I wanted to vote, but I couldn't move, could the Kevin Ralston vote for me as Jason Pennington?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
Just seeing where the line's at, baby.
No.
Yeah.
What he can do is he
where
can
could the fraud be in that?
He can bring the ballot to you and hold it for you while you very carefully just put your mark on there.
That'd be a fun assignment for you.
He probably will throw his back out by the end of the show.
Well, every time you shock him, he's about to fall over.
Well, thank you very much, Wendy, Judy, for coming in and letting us know all about it. So
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Very nice.
Yeah. Jay not only does a radio show, but also does an After the Show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com. Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/kvj Show.
You are about out of the woods here, Jay Bird.
You just touched your face.
You did, yeah.
Jay Bird!
Oh, God. Ow! Sorry. Oh, my God.
Suits, did you get that?
What did he do?
The headphones hit me square in the nose.
Yeah.
You mental patient?
It's dangerous stuff. Jay Bird is strapped up with the shot collar. We're trying to break him of touching his face.
Square in the nose.
I just threw
I'm seeing stars.
Oh, my gosh. She just got drilled in the face. Are you okay?
I don't know. I want to fight you. You know how when you get hit? Like, even if your kid hits you, you want to punch your kid?
Something about, to the face, yeah.
Oh, I just banged my knee.
It's been a really rough hour, huh?
Oh, my God.
We got to stop this bit.
Are you okay?
We about are ready to stop the bit. Gonna be tough. I think next step is to get Jaybird one of those dog cones to put around him so he can stop touching his face.
Well, it's over, baby.
Yeah, pretty much wrapping it up right there. The conservative estimate, I got you right at what they say the average is 24 times you touched your face over the last hour. That would be 24 shocks.
I'm getting better. Believe it or not, I'm getting better. The glass of soda is half full, as they say.
Nobody says that but you.
Glass of soda. Huh?
I finally might need to get that nose job I've been wanting.
He just tried to help you out.
Oh, he broke my stuff.
I do feel very guilty for hitting you in the nose. I'm so sorry.
It was an accident, so you should never feel guilty for an accident.
I've accidentally hit Virginia in the face 3 times.
A lot.
Start to wonder.
Last hour, let's see. So far, if we had to look at all the fatalities that have happened here, your laptop went down, pair of headphones, second pair of headphones, your smartphone, Virginia's nose.
It was a destructive bam kind of day.
It's a crime scene.
Yeah, it really was. That's just in 1 hour of the KVJ show. We can cause a lot of destruction. All right, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here in just a few. Jaybird, take us there with your thought for the day, my friend.
With all this talk about corones, I hope you take this to heart. Enjoy life today. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow may never come.
Dang.
Oh, bird.
He ain't lying.
Get a pizza.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.